show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Nice.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, when you're down, you think you're out, and things can't get any worse. Remember, hey, it could be worse. You could have a friend like Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, he will shoot you on sight. But don't worry.
And then it'll be like, we all know who the real fucking problem is. We all know that, and it's definitely not me.
No, see, I'm Alec Baldwin, and I'm above reproach. You know, in the 90s, I starred in a little film called The Juror with Demi Moore. So, folks, we're going to bore you with Alec Baldwin some other time. The night's not the night. But you're looking at us thinking, guys, World Class Bullshitters is 4 guys. I saw the bumper. It's Jeff, Dion, Nick, and Kendo. What is happening right now? Calm down. Like we told everybody, Nick's running a little late. He got caught behind an accident. He's not hurt. Don't worry, folks. And Kendo, Coach Kendo, we already knew he was going to be a little late, so he'll be here quite soon. But before we get to worrying about them, Dion, what's been up with you, man? How you been?
I've been good, man. Just just doing my thing, man. Working and shit. You know, being sassy online. Occasionally talking my shit online. It's been good. I finally got my Wolverine and my Iron Man, so you know, I'm running around hard, baby.
Yeah, folks, Dion and I are the prime example of dudes that never really grew up. Yeah, there are families and wives and girlfriends and responsibilities, but action figures are still a priority. Now, Dion, you picked up this new Wolverine from Mezco, right? The 112th collection,
Yes, sir,
correct?
the 112.
You love it?
I do. It is. I was worried because Iron Man came in first, and then that Mafex Endgame Iron Man. It wasn't what I expected. I still like it a lot, but I kind of was a little disappointed. And that motherfucking Wolverine came in the next day, dude. I happened to be sitting outside, smoking, drinking, shit talking with Diane, and fucking they dropped it off. I was like, holy shit. So I've been gushing over it for the last week. And then obviously,
I've been happy for you.
My wife's hips. So, you know, it's been a pretty good week for me.
There you go. I saw the pictures you sent me, and I was like, damn it, I want that toy. So, folks, don't worry. I'm not going to be spending the whole night lamenting the fact that Dion got an action figure I didn't. I got, what do I got that you don't have, Dion? I got Beetlejuice. There you go. Fucking, I got everything in this stupid office.
I did order that Spider-Man and that Green Goblin. I told myself, like, I'm not going to order it until I get my Iron Man and my Wolverine. And I totally fucking ended up doing it anyway. And, of course, the next day, so Spider-Man got me my figure, so really, I just want to thank the great Peter upstairs. Thank you, Pete.
Dude, I saw those in the pre-order, and I was like, no, because if I start buying the little clothed figures, I'm going to start buying all of them, and then, like, I got the Marvel Legends, as you know, behind me, and you start out with Iron Man, Cap, and Thor. Before you know it, you got Hulk, you got Spider-Man, you got well, I don't have Miss Marvel. I have Aunt May. That's better. Anyway, I had to control myself, so, Dion, enjoy Wolverine. Folks, you can enjoy us tonight because we have more than Wolverine to talk about. We have word of the day, we have some updates, we have a couple games, and we have some big topics. Like, first off, Lord of the Rings, the merger. Now, I know you're thinking, who cares about the Lord of the Rings merger? Another company's just buying up all the IPs. Do you want another Disney? Because this is how we get another Disney. Also, we're going to be talking about James Bond. There's a little update in terms of the casting for the next 007. So if you're a big James Bond fan like we are, there's some stuff to talk about. And it finally rules out a bullshit theory that we can finally take a deep breath and relax and possibly look forward to the future of the James Bond franchise. We're also going to be talking about not Alec Baldwin. Well, we kind of did. But we're going to be talking about Robert Downey Jr. playing a Mexican. Dion, I want you to think about this for the entire show, for when we get to there. But think of an ethnically diverse actor to play you in the film. You know, think outside of the traditional Denzel Washington, Michael B. Jordans, and think of something like Steve Martin. How's that sound?
No, yeah. Talented guy. That's Steve Martin. Talented guy. I hope he has a good career.
I do too. Maybe Martin Short should play me.
Ooh, that would be hilarious. You do have that spunky little guy quality. Ooh, I know what would be perfect for me. Duh, of course, motherfucking. What's the little dude's name from Game of Thrones? Tywin Lannister.
Peter Dinklage. The Dink.
That's a perfect me. Come on.
There you go.
He's such a great voiceover actor.
He should be Batman.
Yes. We have no boundaries.
Javier Bardem Morgan is Jeff Hicks. I can get behind that one too.
Yep. Javier Bardem, Taylor Johnson.
So, Dion, we have a word of the day. It comes from our friend TLJ Screwjob. No, excuse me. It comes from our friend Joseph Bienowich. He says, "Hail, WCBS. Clit is the word of the day. Hot clit time machine. 007 for your clits only. Diary of an Angry Black Clit. Tyler Perry's new movie." I'd watch it.
We were surfing through fucking Netflix, and there are 25 goddamn Medea movies.
Ooh. On Netflix
Yeah,
or like
man.
in circulation completely?
Just the entire Medea universe, I guess. The Child Please universe, I guess is what you would call it. I don't know. There's a lot. There's too many.
Dude, the Medea-verse... Wait, we don't have drinking rules on. The Medea-verse is the future of entertainment. Have I been led astray to believe that?
I think so. I
Probably.
think they've lied to us, man. They've all been lying to us.
It's okay. I don't expect any different from Hollywood, but 25 of them. There are as many... Medea's only beat by the MCU. Like, you thought James Bond was the king. Medea's got 20... She's tied with James Bond.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck keeps giving her money? Damn.
We know. How would you feel about the sequel Medea Fakes the Moon Landing to be Medea 26?
Shit, I might actually watch that. The title is that. That's the first funny title I've heard in that whole franchise.
Yeah, I don't know any of them because I've never seen any of those fucking movies, but I mean...
Good.
So, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Clit. Then there's also Thor, Clit and Thunder.
Yep.
And then let's tie this out of the MCU. We'll close this out with...
Making a Clit.
Yeah. Ooh, shit.
Great documentary series.
Oh, shit. Who got killed? Who got clitted? Dennis Reynolds. It's Always Sunny in Clitadelphia. There we go. Medea, Medea Dark Fate. YouTube doesn't like that word, says Dr. Coffin Nails.
Well, watch out now.
So, folks, you know what to do to help us beat the YouTube algorithm. Put a hyphen in it. And, join the Bullshit Club. Now, folks, we're getting closer and closer to Halloween. We're about 2 months out from the actual day, but a little more than a month away till October. So this year, WCBS is getting back into... What up, Yakase? WCBS is getting back into the swing of things with Schlocktoberfest this year. So the guys and I have been working behind the scenes to create our lists, our things that we want to make, the content master list, and you guys can help too. So if you're a patron, send us a message. If you have an email, just shoot us an email, worldclassbs@mail.com, and we can make that happen as well. This year, we're shooting for a much bigger one than last year, and last year was pretty big itself. And while we have everyone's attention, Dion, let's talk about WrestleMania. Now, folks... We're not here to try to sell you a WrestleMania ticket. Those are pretty much gone at this point. 90,000 of those motherfuckers have been sold already. But we are going to be there because it is that way from my apartment. So what I'm talking about is, folks, we're having the big WCBS Fandom Menace, whatever you want to call it, meetup for 2023 in LA around WrestleMania. So it'll be the Thursday and the Friday before WrestleMania, as well as WrestleMania weekend. We will have more to announce the closer we get, but we announced this 3 weeks ago now, and I'm going to announce it every single week until it happens. So just get ready. I have the tickets. I live here. That's locked down. Dion's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So just be prepared.
Yay.
Look, I know WWE has done us dirty over the last couple of years, but are you at least kind of excited for the rumor that The Rock is going to fight Roman Reigns? Because that's it for me, man. I'm happy.
I'm excited that The Rock is going to fight, but I'm not excited that it's going to be Roman fucking Reigns. But again, we'll see. I mean, hopefully he loses the I guess not the undisputed WWE Championship, whatever, soon. But yeah, I really don't want I don't want to sully old man Rock with, hey, it's Roman Reigns again.
Well, The only reason I'm very much behind it is there's only 2 dudes The Rock could wrestle that I'd be cool with. Triple H and Roman Reigns. And it's like, Triple H has passed his prime, he's injured. There's one more match in The Rock, and he's never won the title at WrestleMania, so why not end the character literally doing the only thing he's never done? And I don't care about Roman Reigns. It could be The Rock wrestling a shoe, or, I don't know, Ric Flair. I'd still be there and be excited, but it doesn't matter about WrestleMania, folks. It matters about WCBS.
Don't put that bad juju out there. Ric Flair almost died the last time.
No, he didn't. He was on TV. Okay. He drank the water or the Gatorades after he put the beers down, and he's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to fight Dion or do you want to fight The Rock at WrestleMania?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll put him over. They'll think it's his greatest fucking win ever. I'll sell the shit out of that match.
Dude, I have a feeling you will sell the stunner. Oh, sorry. You will sell the Rock bottom the way the Rock sells the stunner in terms of like epicness. Like, so
That's
folks,
right.
The Rock bottom is like a move where the Rock like gets a guy here and he kind of slams him on the ground, and then they just lay there and usually get pinned. When Dion takes the move, Dion, you're gonna get the Rock bottom. You're gonna do a fucking backflip. You're gonna stand up on your feet and do the Ric Flair flop, and then roll over and get pinned.
I will make it look like he broke my back.
Well, he might. Well, The Rock's never injured anybody. So, folks, we have 10 new buttons for tonight, and we have a lot of requests for some other ones. But I'm having fun with the word of the day, so keep sending them in. We'll keep reading those. So I hope Nick's going to be okay. I know he's going to be okay. I hope Coach Kendo's going to be fine. But, folks, one last reminder in terms of wrestling. September 3rd, which is a Saturday morning, I believe, we're going to have the Clash at the Castle for WWE. And like I told you last time, we're going to do all of the live events for the WWE. We're going to be doing... We just did SummerSlam. We'll do Clash at the Castle. And, yeah, I don't know what level of drinking will be done at this one since it's 10 in the morning my time, but you've never heard me bitch before, so you won't hear me bitch now. So, folks, that'll be September 3rd. No matter how good the card is, no matter how much you care about wrestling, it's another excuse for a WCBS live stream, and you know you're going to love it. One more stream announcement to make, and then we'll finally get things rolling as well. Wednesday, starting the new show. I've been working with Literature Devil behind the scenes, and a man you used to know as Writer Junkie, but he's now UCast. We are working together on a show called Writers on Writing. Folks, a little peek behind the curtain. I've been working with a publishing company. We've been getting some authors lined up for this show. Been working quite a while on it, and we're going to have a test run on Wednesday, and we're going to start mapping it out. So the only real rule is for the guests is they have to be a published writer, an author. So, folks, if you have any writers that you love, that you would love to have on Writers on Writing, let us know. We're working on a couple ones. We have a couple big names lined up. And remember, I've worked with guys like J.W. Rinsler in the past, so that's always a fun... that was a fun interview if you want to check that out in the meantime. So, folks, starting on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be streaming with Literature Devil and UCast, and we will be talking about Writers on Writing. So be on the lookout for that, and if you have any suggestions for published writers that you'd like to see, make sure you send those over to worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail. There you go. Unapologetic art, yes, it does, but it has to be... tell us who it is. We'll see what's up. We also had Chuck Dixon on. That was a fun get, too. So be on the lookout for some names. Now, folks, we're going to press a couple of these new buttons, and then we are going to get rolling with tonight's show. As you know, we're just waiting on a couple of the bullshitters to start proper, because one of the topics is so important that if Kendo wasn't here, it just wouldn't work. So be on the lookout for that. Bear Business 1, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. He says, "Hail WCBS. Horse clip for Dion, please." Sorry, Dion. Which one do you want? Do you want the shortest one at least?
How about we just go with the one?
No, bitch!
There's your horse clip.
Good looking at.
Yeah. I mean, look. The audience asks, and of course they're going to receive it. You just never know when you're
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
I'm sorry, Dion. Blame Bear Business 1. Bear Business 1, thank you very much for torturing Dion. SH Rebels 08 says, "I'll take a Dookie and a Joe Rogan high as fuck, please." Well, asking you shall receive here on World Class Bullshitters. So, first off, you wanted a Joe Rogan high as fuck, and I believe it is radio.
Imagine if you gave a white supremacist 5-MeO DMT, and then as the first one, as they're exhaling,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
what a rush!
And then you requested this.
What's that smell?
So Dion, Space Monkey 0899 has a serious question, and I'm glad it's just you and I to talk about this. But why hasn't Amber Heard done porn yet?
Well, I guess things just aren't that dire just yet, my good man.
When do you think it'll happen? Next month?
I think when that appeal fails to go through, and they're like, yeah, let's start chopping out some of that money there, miss.
I thought you were going to say when the Angels win the pennant, which isn't, an equally acceptable answer. I need to admit it here on air. I have an Angels in the Outfield problem. I have the soundtrack now. I'm sorry.
Ah, shit. Yep.
Look, it's the only DVD I'm happy to watch. Like any other movie, I'm like, I got to upgrade to Blu-ray or 4K or whatever. Angels in the Outfield, I own 2 copies of that shit on DVD. Dion, I cherish it.
It could be a worse movie that you're all of a sudden obsessed with. I mean, it's happening.
All of a sudden, this is like a 2-year love affair with Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, man.
I blame Jesse. Actually, no, we both watch it. Adam Walford, thank you very much. I picked up that guy from Northman movie, and I picked that guy from the Northman movie, and for Jeff, Danny DeVito, and Brad Pitt to play Nick and Jet Li for Kendo.
Nice.
All right, I'm Danny DeVito. Fucking Frank Reynolds, my man. Could be worse. Actually, it could be a lot worse. Could be a lot better.
Yes, that's very true.
DeVito's kind of the top. I'm proud to be associated with Mr. DeVito.
There you go.
Yakase, what is up? He says, hey boys, it's been a while. I'm not dead, just been busy as hell and haven't been able to catch live in months. Hope you're all doing well. Well, Yakase, we are doing well. We're here, we're alive, we're loving life. Let's see what's changed since you've been around. Kendo's a dad. He's also a football coach. Nick moved. A lot of big life stuff has happened for all of the WCBS guys in 2022. So Dion has had to purchase, 7 or 8 Nintendo Switches this year alone.
And his ass is going to pay me back. Get your little ass to work.
Did he get a new one?
No, we did not get a new one. We were straight up like, his ass is grounded until further notice, and that remains in effect.
Ouch. What do you think will happen? He gets a new Switch? First, what'll happen first? Do you think he'll get a new Switch or Vince McMahon will come back?
Vince McMahon is definitely coming back before this kid gets a new Switch. If there's a new Switch, it is my Switch, and he might be able to look at the motherfucker.
I mean, that's kinder than... You know what I'd do is I would just get him like a box that once featured the Switch and be like, yeah, you once had a Switch too.
Exactly. The memories are all yours, son.
Yeah. Hey, look at this picture of Mario. No, that's what you do is you pull it like 4D chess. You get like pictures of his... You go to his Nintendo account and you get all the screenshots he uploaded and you glue them to the back of the box. And you're like, hey, this Nintendo box is special. It's all your achievements. So when you really want to play the Switch, you just pick up this empty box and you look at what you used to do. Or is that...
It reminds you what life was like.
This kid?
I think that would be very appropriate.
Okay. You're the father. I'm just asking you because I am not ready for any of that stuff yet. And I don't want to I don't know, take it too far. No, but you've done a great job. So I figure, why not learn from a guy who, you're the Danny Glover of Predator 2 of fathers. Take that as a compliment. Look, Danny Glover.
I think I will.
Good. He's the only dude to beat the Predator by himself. Everybody else had a team. He did it himself. It's bad mofo. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, Dion wants The Rock to blow his back out.
No, I didn't say blow my back out.
No pain for The Rock. And then, let's see. Our friend Liquor Jim, I believe. What is up, Liquor Jim? He says, new number 7, please. Well, ask and you shall receive, Liquor Jim. So, let's see. A new number 7. Let's see. 1, 2... Oh, man, there's a lot. This one.
Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
I love that movie. Folks, Army of Darkness, the live stream will happen this year.
Amen.
Are you ready for Evil Dead 2 this year as well?
I am super excited because that's November, right?
No. We're just, for Schlocktoberfest, we're just going to watch Evil Dead 2, the one you love so much, just for the hell of it.
Oh, I thought they were making a sequel to the 13th. I thought, what the fuck was I thinking of that? But no, fuck yeah, I'm ready for that. Let's go. Let's Dead by Dawn, baby. Dead by Dawn.
Dion, I'd be upset if they made a sequel to the 2013 Evil Dead. It's been too long.
I know, but now I'm curious what the fuck I was thinking of. But when I thought, it would be interesting to see. I don't know, man. That one was so good. To see like a different version of that universe, I think it would be pretty fucking fun. Like an actual horror franchise. I'd be into it.
You got to play that video game.
I do, man. I heard it's so fun.
It is. Our boy Mad sent me a copy. We got to play it on Twitch, Mad. That was a nice gift to have to give us. So
awesome.
Yeah, we'll play it too, man. It's a fun third-person shooter. I've been playing a little bit of Payday. That's a fun game as well.
I never got into play, but I heard that especially when you got a bunch of buddies, it's a good fun one.
It reminds me of like shit we would play in college. So let's get drunk and play it together.
Oh yeah.
And then Caesar Jorpin or Cesario Japan says James Bond on Her Majesty's Secret Clitty.
I mean,
it's a big secret.
If she's fine, young Elizabeth back in the day.
Well, we're going to be talking about Queen Elizabeth a little later on because apparently, according to history, she was non-binary. So that's what we're going to talk about when Kendo gets here, folks. Yeah, exactly. Just what? That's it. What? Yeah, that's the world in 2022, man. That and, I don't know, gas prices. That's what's going on. A historian. A doctor. Seriously, a doctor. But like I said, Kendo is the historian. I want to hear Kendo meltdown. But Dion, since everyone else is somehow late, I guess you and I get to have fun with this one. How do you feel about Jamie Foxx as a filmmaker, or an actor, we should say?
He's not a bad. The Mask, Son of the Mask was garbage, but he's Jamie Foxx is. I'm thinking Jamie Kennedy. Whoa!
No, God. How the fuck did you make that mistake?
I was, he has a podcast. I was listening to it earlier. Jamie Kennedy, fucking just in my brain. But as an Jamie Foxx, very good actor. I wish he made better career choices in the last few years.
Well, let's hear about one of the career choices that he made that I kind of wish he wouldn't have. So, Jamie Foxx said the sensitive nature around this comedy is preventing the release of his directorial debut, All-Star Weekend, a basketball comedy that stars Robert Downey Jr. as a Mexican man. Jamie Foxx blames cancel culture for shelving All-Star. Foxx spoke about his movie in a recent interview with Cinema Blend. It's been tough with the lay of the land, and when it comes to comedy, he said, and when asked about All-Star Weekend will be released. We're trying to break open the sensitive corners where people go back and laugh again. We hope to keep them laughing again and run them right into All-Star Weekend because we're definitely going for it. All-Star Weekend stars Foxx and Jeremy Piven as buddies who win tickets to the annual NBA event. On their road trip to Los Angeles, they encounter all the sports mishaps, including a run-in with Robert Downey Jr.'s Mexican character. Foxx reportedly plays multiple roles, including a white police officer. This movie sounds great. The casting of white actors as characters of other ethnicities has become taboo among the woke left and their allies in the entertainment media. Last year, Javier Bardem Morgan, as Desi Arnaz in the movie Being the Ricardos, was criticized for its lack of LatinX authenticity, with activists complaining on social media that a Cuban actor should have played the role. Bardem is from Spain. The backlash was part of a larger trend among activists who pressure Hollywood to embrace the so-called casting, which would prevent white actors from playing Latino roles and heterosexual actors from playing gay roles. Tom Hanks recently said a heterosexual actor couldn't play his Oscar-winning Philadelphia role if the movie had been made today, claiming modern audiences wouldn't accept the inauthenticity of a straight guy playing a gay guy. Actor Eddie Redmayne recently disowned his Oscar nomination performance in The Danish Girl, which he played as a male-to-female transgender person. So, Hollywood's in a broken state. We don't need to get into that, but All-Star Weekend with Jamie Foxx as a white cop and Robert Downey Jr. as a Mexican dude. I think this is one of those great losses in movies, dude.
It is, man. And listen, I can somewhat understand his hesitation too, but at this point, it's like you just got to release that shit. You know, I mean, obviously, it depends on who's financed the movie and all that stuff. Obviously, those are important factors, but like, you just got to get it out there, man. And that's what he's doing. But it's this social media activism is it's costing us a lot. And listen, times change, and I understand that. And a lot of times, the change isn't always what you want. But is this really what we want? Like, is this really what we want?
This movie sounds like what I want.
Man.
This seriously, this is the first premise I've read in a while where I went, yeah, because I pulled up a picture of Tropic Thunder right now. Let's go back to 2008. That movie was fucking awesome. That movie went for it. It starts out with trailers making fun of Simple Jack and the priests and Booty Sweat and all this other stuff. Like, it knows what it is. Matthew McConaughey and his slow son and all this other stuff. Like, Tropic Thunder is one of the greatest comedies ever made, and it did the pull punches. I mean, shit, it's great. And I'm just laughing at the makes me happy part. Like, everything about Tropic Thunder entertains me. And I've been waiting for comedies to get that good again. I mean, we've had, between Tropic Thunder and now, we've had a handful of really great comedies like 21 Jump Street, The Hangover, a couple other classics here and there. But this social consciousness in entertainment has sucked. Because it's like, as long as you're not treating these honestly, I really don't. As long as nobody dies, I don't really care how certain actors are treated. It's like, oh my God, Will Smith didn't make $50 million. He only made $40 million. That kind of shit I'm with. But folks, what I'm trying to say is, if it's funny, it's funny. And if it works, it works. Nobody was hurt that Robert Downey Jr. was playing a Mexican guy. The only person that would bitch is John Leguizamo because he didn't get the role. It's like, it's meant to be funny to be funny. And Kirk Lazarus was fucking funny. The whole race swapping thing was written into the story. And I think Robert Downey Jr. doing this shit's great. He's the dude that can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. There are ways not to do it, right? But and with certain things, especially with comedy, you have to think outside the box. It's not like making an action movie where you can just have some people get their fucking heads blown off and everybody enjoys it. Like, comedy has to actually be funny, So I'm not saying that that's a license to do anything, but you have to at least give them an artistic freedom to find ways to make people laugh. And the idea of Jamie Foxx playing a white cop, like that dude is silly, and him in makeup, like, that would be part of the joke. And Robert Downey Jr. pretending to be a fucking Mexican guy, like, it's that's just funny because that they're not doing malicious things, right? Or they're not trying to say that white people or Mexicans are bad people, but that's part of why it would be funny in this ridiculous situation that's happening in the movie, And at some point, you just gotta, like, give people the chance before we don't want, and again, I get it. Like, I get, especially the recent one with Franco and playing Fidel Castro, like, shit like that. Martin Luther King wouldn't be played by a white dude. Like some historical figures, you just can't do that. But a comedy like this I'm laughing just saying that shit. Jamie Foxx playing a white cop. Come on,
dude. It's like people in the chat were talking about white chicks and stuff like that. Maybe it's not a great piece of comedy, but I just want to live in a world where that's okay. That you can do that, and if people go see your movie, it's not the end of the world. I think the people that are trying to fight for this progress, that think that they're doing good by doing well, that's not the right phrase. They think that they're doing good things by being these types of people. You take out anything that's enjoyable about movie making or movies or watching movies. Like, I don't care. The only one that makes me laugh in hindsight is like watching John Wayne try to play a Mongolian. That just doesn't work. But when you have fictional characters being played by any actor, it doesn't matter. It's like, if it's a real person, you want them to look just like it. And I mean just like it. When I watch, like, the Elvis movie, that guy was close enough. But like Jim Morrison, when what's his face? Val Kilmer played Jim Morrison. He looked dead on it. That was a great casting choice. You always need to go that way. If you're gonna do, like, Gary Oldman in, what was it, the Dark Hours or the Hours or something, where he played Winston Churchill, that was great. You want to put him in the makeup and do the stuff. Like, And there was even an actor not too long ago who had like a prosthetic nose put on, and they said it was anti-Semitic or some shit. It's like Bradley Cooper, that was the one. It's like it's acting. If nobody gets up in arms that Zoe Saldana gets painted green and it's not black erasure or some dumb shit like that, then nobody should get upset that you put on a prosthetic nose on an actor. Or Tom Cruise, Les Grossman. Fuck. I mean, he talked last week about wanting to play Les Grossman again. That's a stereotype nobody bitches about. Like, look, if it's funny, it's fucking funny. If Tom Cruise is out there doing heinous shit, focus on that. But this movie ain't gonna hurt anybody. This movie was never gonna hurt anybody in the first place. It's like common sense evades people, but I'm just really happy that Jamie Foxx himself is very aware of it. Like, the way he spoke in this interview makes me want to see the movie even more, because he's just so aware that, you know, he's like, look, it's a movie we want to make, but the time is not right. And I hope this isn't like that bullshit movie, the fucking, what was that one, The Hunt? Where they're like, they canceled it because it was too controversial, and then it comes out and it really wasn't that controversial in the first place. Like, I just hope this movie lives up to what it's supposed to be.
I hope so too, man. And you know, and if anything, it tells you that there is a difference between the real world and Twitter, you know. And don't get me wrong, I understand that you don't want it to be okay to make malicious caricatures of entire groups of people. Everyone can get behind that, but when you're trying to neuter certain things or trying to change entire artistic avenues of self-expression in order to influence, you know, everything, you know, that's when you tend to lose your way. And I think that's a great example of like, hey, listen, you know, just because you're tweeting this shit on Twitter doesn't mean that the people that you're trying to get to change things, one, agree with you, or two, are at a place where they can change the entire fucking art form on your fucking hashtag, based on your hashtag. And it's just like, yo, man, like this is, you've just lost your way. Like, this probably isn't what, like, are we gonna go back and give shit to Charlie Chaplin because of his mustache? Like what are we gonna, you know what I mean? It's, you know, where do we draw that line where we're doing something good and we're doing something and we're knee jerking, you know? So it fucking sucks. I hope we don't miss out on this movie because it sounds fucking fantastic.
I mean, I'd rather watch this than I'm trying to think. Any of the Marvel movies that we have had announced so far? Maybe the Avengers.
There are some of those movies I want to see, but you know, that's a great point, right? Because that's an example of things becoming formulaic, right? Like, so now, you know, us talking about, you know, us missing out on this movie, but the interim is getting formulaic films that are pandering and forgot to be good. Like, you're not making this change that's making movies better. You've made a change, or influenced a change rather, that has deepened the issues with franchising and quantity over quality. Like that has gotten worse on the backside. You know, people who would get pissed at Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. for this movie are one of the reasons we're getting things like, you know, She-Hulk and all this other bullshit where it's like, it's just not good, you know? So, you know, that's a great fucking, you know, an accidental nail on the head there.
So Kendo is on his way, folks, and we'll be able to jump into some more of that stuff. But let's see what everyone is saying tonight. Let's see. Ramon says, I'm not interested in that movie, but the fact that the Karens are upset is a plus. Let's see what else people are saying about that. A lot of clit talk. We got Clit to the Future, White Chick. Wait, no, White Chicks isn't a clit title. Roller Clit. What does Roller Clit even mean, Joseph? That's a good one. All right, no more dead air. Sorry there. So, Dion.
Yes.
Did you watch She-Hulk?
I did.
Okay, you're the only person I know. What did you think?
There are some.
Sorry.
There are some.
Say it again. Your laughter got me.
No, yeah. A lot of the concerns were warranted. Again, this is the first episode. And there are some good moments, but this is definitely this is if the CW had Disney money.
Uh-oh. All right, so do tell. How much of the life is like dating and shit? Like, is it like the Tinder
So in
app?
the first episode, not that much. So they haven't touched on the dating portion at all. The first episode. It's only like the actual content. It's like 30. It's only like just over 30 minutes. And then the last 10 minutes is trailers in the end scene. But it's if there were an AI that generated a script for a movie and it said female-led show for the 2022 youth, it would be She-Hulk. Like, it is, they didn't really focus on it being good. And especially when you compare it to like the Netflix shows, so far there is nothing cool about this show. And you can tell that there's a reason why Mark Ruffalo is in the first episode, and he's actually trying. He has a moment where he's talking to her and the importance of, and they say the phrase "a Hulk" multiple times. Like, they're clearly trying to make this a thing. I'm not gonna infer that they're gonna try to do some Hulk family bullshit. That being said, they want "I'm a Hulk" to become a thing, and they are trying so hard. A few years ago, the Supernatural Universe CW tried to have a spin-off of the original show, and it was like Supernatural Bloodlines. And the pilot episode was an episode of the regular show, and it was so bad and so formulaic that they canceled it right away.
Good.
And it was like if a teenager bopper show was kind of like Supernatural. And She-Hulk reminds me of that so much. It doesn't know if it wants to really be a comedy, and then even for her becoming Hulk, remember the female Avengers scene in Endgame where it was just a super over the top, hey, they're all the girl Avengers and they're all fighting at the same time, and boom, they're posing. And it's all the women. Like, when that happened, imagine whoever wrote that scene or called for that scene wrote an entire episode of a Marvel show. Like, She-Hulk, the first episode is like that. It is like the dialogue. Like, don't get me wrong, there's chemistry between Ruffalo and Tatiana, but She-Hulk, they're trying to make, hey, Felicity the Marvel show.
Okay, like Carrie Russell Felicity?
No, yeah, Carrie Russell Felicity.
Like the WB and shit?
WB. It is like that. It is like that. Like,
Okay,
there are some cool moments, but they try to quickly get her to be She-Hulk with little to no explanation, and the explanations they give you are exactly pretty much what you think. Like, it's eye roll inducing. It is very eye roll inducing. It's, especially when you compare it to like the first episode of Daredevil. And people who the version of Twitter that was trying to defend it, watch it first. Like,
no,
it is, and I'm still gonna watch it, but like, there are some good moments, but it is made for specifically like people like Hillary, who like watching bad, shittily written female characters. Like, it's that. Like, hopefully it gets better. But I can only imagine what they're going to do with Tim Roth and Wong. It's not looking good, dude. It is if the CW had Disney money.
So there's been a ton of talk, and I made some videos, and I'm working on a bigger, longer form one for the next couple of weeks. But Marvel's done, dude. There are so many people. Everybody seems to be just wanting to fucking write them off. You got articles saying the best years of the MCU are behind us. Marvel doesn't make blockbusters anymore. Disney's losing money. Like, is this one of those situations where we're so past the point of no return with the Marvel property that it's almost comical? Or is this one of those things where you think Marvel's going to pull their ass out of the fire and somehow continue to grow?
You know what? I will say we're closer to Marvel pulling their ass out of the fire. We're just, right now, we're at it's darkest before the dawn moment, because, again, I enjoyed Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, But the rest of Phase 4 has just been so bad. It's
Yeah.
been so bad, and based on, again, I didn't watch Miss Marvel, but based on the property as a whole, you have the video game, then you have Captain Marvel, and then we saw what happened. They tried to course correct eventually with Spider-Man, but we saw what happened with Black Widow and the Eternals, and Shang-Chi was kind of a bright spot in terms of action, but it was, it took away so much of the fun stuff of kung fu movies, and then now, we're at the Disney Plus era where they're cranking out, all these shows that are clearly costing a lot of money, and they're not that good, and right now we're dealing with Disney, especially Disney Plus, wanting to be Netflix, wanting to be, they don't want to make good Marvel stuff. They want to make the next Friends. So the goal is not to make good episodic content of a genre that people have loved for generations. It's let's use this property to try to get us to the next version of this cultural show that's a hit. Like, they don't want good Marvel. They want the success of Stranger Things, and it's so apparent. Like, the dialogue in She-Hulk is, it's worse than Eternals, where everyone is talking in these grandiose mannerisms, and everything is just so deep. It's similar to that, but it's like, hey, I'm a woman, and it's like, like, female fans are going to be like, really? Like, that's, it's eye roll inducing. And I do think that Marvel is going to come back to their senses, but only after they have some losses, man. Especially after the money that they spent promoting She-Hulk. I don't see it getting the numbers to warrant it. I really don't. And they're going to need a couple L's before they do what Netflix is going through.
I'm with you, man. I don't want to just sound like a parrot, so I won't. My disappointment with a lot of this stuff just stems from maybe just trying to draw blood from a stone at this point. I, have dedicated my life to want to be a comic book artist, and am still, and all this stuff, but like, it's the Marvel stuff that really inspired me to want to create and to do all these things, and I'm just not this isn't about She-Hulk. This comment isn't about that. It's just, I've been disappointed since 2019, and I really expect more. I really don't think it's too much to expect these movies to do what they used to do and be what they used to be. I liked Doctor Strange. I'm not ashamed of it, but I fucking hate Thor. The more I think about it, that movie makes me angry. I'm mad that I spent $20 to see it. I'm mad that I spent time talking about it. I hate whatever the fuck I watched. I really, it's one of those ones where it's like, people hate Thor 2. I would rather watch Thor 2, Iron Man 3. I can't say I'd rather watch Captain Marvel or, the Eternals, but like, I really am getting to the point where like, they're taking characters I fucking like Thor, and they're putting him in these movies that are just so dumb. I don't need Thor to be high art. I just need him to be funny, but also capable. And I'd like a movie to not stop every 5 minutes to break the fourth wall or tell a joke. This isn't Deadpool. This isn't fucking, who else breaks the fourth wall? She-Hulk can break the fourth wall because she did in the comic books. That complaint is irrelevant to She-Hulk. But all these other characters that want to be jokes above substance, man, I need a balance of like the first Avengers, where, yeah, it's funny, but shit goes down. Coulson gets stabbed. That movie was almost rated R at some point. People die. The Chitauri get their heads squished. Like, I want stakes for my Marvel characters because I'm tired of watching the superheroes with a slice of life lens. I don't care about what they do in their off time, and I don't care about their normal lives. I want to see them in fucking peril. I want to see, like one of those goddamn Roland Emmerich movies. The world should be near the brink of destruction every 60 to 90 days, and one of these Marvel heroes should come out of wherever they are to come save Earth. I'm okay with that shit. I would rather have something redundant but good instead of redundant but shitty. And that's where I am with this. It's a lot of redundant, average, boring crap. And I'm glad you brought up Shang-Chi and a lot of this stuff too, because there are moments of enjoyable, you can just glean enjoyable moments out of any of this stuff. To sit here and act like everything's bad or everything's trash or woke this, woke that, like, look, these Marvel characters that they're adapting, there are Asian ones and women ones and this and that, but they don't have to suck. They can do a lot better. And Not all of them have sucked, but dude, I'm dreading Black Panther. I know I'm going to spare any of the shit. What I'm dreading is people taking it so seriously and just trying to act like this movie, the second one, without the real Black Panther, is this big achievement or this big deal. It's like, look, the first one was a solid movie. I don't love it as much as other people, but god damn it, I'm dreading what's next.
Yeah, that's what sucks so much is that it should be better. And the issue isn't that they've lost it. The issue is, well, we want to make the most successful franchise as opposed to let's make a bunch of good movies and content. Everything being so topical. Like I don't want to see a superhero's version of a paternity test. I want to see a super bad guy who is willing to kill innocent people, and the only thing stopping them is this hero. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Thor: Love and Thunder. I enjoyed it, but the first thing I said when Hillary asked me is, I enjoyed it. I did. I would say I liked it, but I don't want Taika Waititi to do another Marvel movie. You're going with the flavor of the month instead of making the best movie that you can at that time. We I was thinking like, oh, hopefully it's something cool. No, it's essentially a movie about daddy's girls. And I'm like, damn, Thor should be cooler. He's a fucking god. And then you get to the Eternals, where it's like, okay, some characters we don't care about, but awesome. God, they were here to save humanity and protect it as it grew, because these demigods were created to foster life in the universe. And instead, what we got was the Marvel version of the English Patient. Like, you have the material. Make the best movie that you can at the time. And you and I have said this multiple times. One issue with being topical, so topical, is it dates your movie. People are going to go back and watch, especially that first episode of She-Hulk, and they're going to say, yep, that was 2022. Like, that was the early 2020s, because it's so out of place. And this idea of trying to make this a certain way, you forget what you are. And, and I know for a fact, I haven't even looked at Twitter yet, but She-Hulk fans, people who actually bought the books, are going to be pissed. And the fourth wall thing, I get that. I get that she did that in the comic books, but she hasn't done it in 15 years. And I don't read, don't get me wrong, I don't read a lot of She-Hulk. I will admit that.
Who does?
Right, that's a good point. All my She-Hulk, I read a couple issues, but when she's in the overarching story, when she's one of the characters in the main storyline, I love it. And so I'm a big fan of She-Hulk, man. And she's cool. And they had an opportunity to make her cool, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't. They wanted her to be Felicity instead of being Laura Croft. And it's just so dated, it's just such a disappointment right now, because like we could finally have cool episodic TV, and they're still stuck in that sitcom-esque mode where they're too scared to try something cool. But let's hit as many tired arcs as we can, and we're gonna make our movies and our shows based on that, and the people are gonna love it because Twitter told us so. They didn't love Miss Marvel, and I know that so many fans of Captain Marvel have still been bitching about the incels, but it wasn't that fucking good.
No,
Eternals wasn't that good. And She-Hulk is just indicative of the problem right now, where they want quantity over quality. And that's before we even get to that she looks terrible in the show. It looks so bad.
Dude,
it's like,
I'm with you.
The character is cool. Like she fucking, like, she has the respect of Wolverine and Luke Cage and Iron Man and Captain America. She's a cool fucking character. And Old Man Logan,
she's great with the Fantastic Four.
The underworld, and she throws Wolverine out of a dimension. She's a fucking cool character, and they just missed They had their shot, dude, and they missed.
Well, I'll just say it like this: nothing of great value was lost for me, but how many of these shows can keep sucking before, like, your average person isn't going to sign up for Disney Plus? Because Disney's in trouble. This isn't, us wanting to reach. There's reports out there talking about the Disney financials. We're going to be talking about stuff like that on the channel. But damn it, you want to follow up this? Like, this is one of the weirdest years for Marvel, because you come off of a great fucking Spider-Man movie that everybody's on board with. I mean, it's getting a re-release, dude. Have you heard about that?
Yeah,
it's got like a new edition.
Yep.
Are you going to see that one? I think I'm going to skip that.
I am. Absolutely.
I bought the disc. It's good enough for me. But but you have Doctor Strange, which I liked, but then you have a series of shows. It's just been a really weird year for Marvel, and we have the next 3 years lined up. It's going to be a very pick and choose for me, MCU moving forward. Actually, it's been like that for quite a while, because I have skipped She-Hulk so far. I skipped all of Hawkeye. I skipped Moon Knight. That could be a great show. I could be screwing myself out of a great experience, but Disney has fucked me over so many times with these shitty Marvel shows. And so when the subscription lapses and things just go away from Marvel, it's going to be interesting to hear me talk about that moving forward, folks, because I have the love for classic great Marvel. I have the love for classic great comics and all this wonderful stuff. But I don't like Marvel Now. In 2014, they introduced Marvel Now. It's when they started this. We don't really call it woke to overdo it, because it's kind of pointless to overdo it. But it's like the agenda-driven comics started about 10 years ago, roughly.
Yep.
And it's been a downhill trajectory. That's where you get new She-Hulk. That's where you get a lot of these new books, these new things. Comic book fans, we've seen this coming for a while. We know how shitty it can be. Luckily, the classic characters make a boatload of money when you do it right, like Spider-Man. And so right now, this is a learning. I think a lot of this stuff is going to be a learning moment for Marvel and DC and shit like that, because it's like you can't build infinite worlds. People have other opportunities and other interests. But what you can do is create a really fat-free universe of like really great 1-2 combo punches and making people come back. I'm not going to meander through She-Hulk, but if you're like, hey, we're going to have, well, fuck, they're dead, but like Iron Man and Captain America, we're going to team up and do some shit, I'd be there in a heartbeat. But your current lineup, you're not going to get me to throw my money at you blindly. That's, those days have passed.
Yeah, man. And it would be a lot easier of a pill to swallow if you're constantly putting out good stuff. If you have some properties that you kind of want to dangle in that Twitter sphere, I get it, but it's not a lot different than a sport. Like, nobody cares as long as you're winning. And right now, Marvel isn't winning. Marvel Studios, the MCU, isn't winning as much as it should be. Like, you can't make us something so good as No Way Home and then give us something like She-Hulk. Like, you can't, like, you can't be batting 10. It's just so frustrating, and to your point about Moon Knight, that's a great point. Like, I haven't watched Moon Knight Light yet either, because I'm just so damn exhausted from Marvel. Instead of taking risks on, let's either make it close to the source material, let's try to make it as adventuristic as possible. Maybe let's try a new technique of whatever to explore these guys' powers. No, let's have Jen talking to Bruce and be like, managing my anger. I do that every day because I'm gonna have a guy mansplain something to me, and then I'm worried about my say Like, it's just like, oh my god.
Does that actually happen?
Yeah, that's it. She does it right then. And he's training her, and they have a great premise where he's like, I've had years where I had to bring my my different personalities together. It took about 15 years. And she's like, what? And then he's like, okay, well, we're going to learn what triggers you, and then we're going to try and merge your personalities. And then he triggers her, and then he's like, hey, she goes, she's like, why are you talking to me like a child? And he's like, what? He goes, and then she's like, yeah, I'm conscious now. He's like, wait, you don't have another person in there? She goes, no. And then he's like, wait, so it doesn't feel like there's another hand on the wheel? She goes, no, before I was all, it was hard to remember. Everything was so intense, but I got it now. And then she's just talking as the Hulk.
Man, I'm glad I let you watch it.
Yeah, it's not great, dude. It's really not great, and it's like, how do we go from No Way Home to that? Like, it's just weird, man. It's just, ugh.
Jen tells Bruce, "I'm better than you." Oh,
yeah. So when he's like, it took me like 15 years to get them together and to figure out that, she goes, I guess I'm just better than you. And he goes, no. She's like, yeah. I mean, you said it took you long. It's, yeah, dude. It's, they definitely lost their way with She-Hulk. And again, it's not because. That's what pisses me off about it. It's not because it's, they're trying to be, this is what the world needs, or they're trying to be, hey, this is how we represent women. It's because they think it's going to get people to watch. Like, this is a calculated move. They're calculating, like, hey, because we see all these hashtags and everything is so sensitive, they'll watch this because it's exactly what they want. And it's just not good. It's just not fucking good, man.
Well, I'm so happy that I don't have to suffer. I'm just going to, stop. But, yeah. Dude, I miss the optimism that the MCU... Actually, it's not even the optimism. I just used to look forward to these movies for so long. I guess maybe it's more of a change than anything. This was an inevitability. We had to get to a point where these things would get our... ire instead of our love. And it's not just a certain demographic, because you and I don't fall into that classic demographic that the people on the internet like to talk shit about. You and I don't fit into those demographics of the, it's only angry white guys that hate these shows. No. People from every walk of life hate your bullshit. It's just,
Well, and it's not just that, that quick generalization. Like, yeah, obviously, that's what makes me laugh about that, because they're like, oh, it's just these angry white guys. It's like, yeah, obviously misogynists are going to hate the movie. Like, that's never going to change. Right. And so that being a calculated response to anyone who doesn't like the movie, that's such a short-sighted way of handling criticism that not only do you turn off the people who obviously aren't that, but the group of people you're trying to get watch the movie are like, whoa, that was kind of fucked up. Right. And I saw it on Twitter the other day, especially when they were doing the whole countdown thing with the ads for She-Hulk. But yeah, I mean, and I can't remember. I think it was I can't remember what news. So I wanted to say it was Vanity or something like that. But like, yeah, I mean, this movie is really going to scare a lot of the incel misogynist fans. And it's like, well, obviously it's a show. The show's about a woman superhero. You're not breaking the mold with that viewpoint on the show. Yeah, and water is wet, but how do you get the people who like She-Hulk to watch the show? It's the thing that's ailing She-Hulk is the same reason SNL has been so bad. Especially when Trump was president, right? Your whole goal is to just piss him off. You forgot to be funny all the time. And with She-Hulk, She-Hulk and Dark Fate, which is hilarious that this came out after, Tim Miller kind of ate some slices of humble pie because Homeboy wasn't getting any work. But it's the same thing, that arrogant, disingenuine response of, this is going to scare a lot. If they're She-Hulk's so awesome, it's going to scare a lot of the incels. Well, yeah, dude, that's not going to change. So do you want them to change their mind, or do you want to piss them off? Because you should want to make She-Hulk cool. And it's just so clear that they're trying to hit all the boxes instead of giving you an episodic show where at the end of each episode, you want to watch the next one. That should be your goal. You watch the first episode of She-Hulk, and I have not been given enough to want to watch it because it's good. You can't operate alone on cliffhangers and pissing off a certain group of people. That's how the CW has gotten fucked. They've been doing that from the jump, and they ain't made a motherfucking dime since.
Yeah,
and it's just so
going
weird,
away,
dude. Say that again.
Aren't they going away, or are they?
No,
okay?
they merged with another company. I don't think apparently after they made this sale, apparently the purchaser said that they want to keep making episodic content. So for now, CW's around, but who knows?
Okay, last thing I'll ask you about this: how was the CGI? Because it had to get upgraded or something, but I still think it's a little weird to look at her.
Professor Hulk looks good. She looks fucking. There are moments where you hear her voice and her mouth's not matching. There's a scene.
Really?
Where, yes, dude. It's like when she turned when he triggers her to turn into a Hulk. Remember that phrase, guys. When she triggers him to turning him into a Hulk, and then he's like, he's talking to her, which is a perfect example of why people can't have the conversation about the women thing, because he's like, okay, calm down, okay, it's just me, and she goes, why are you talking to me like a child? And her and her mouth doesn't match up, and it's like, what is that? That looks fucking terrible. And then she's like, I'm gonna be a Hulk, and then she's at the end, she gets in the fight with some villain, random villain number 1, who is also a woman, by the way, and fucking she looks terrible. It looks terrible, and she's being an asshole the whole first episode. And there's no stakes. She's like, my family knows, Bruce knows, I told my friend, and now you guys know, so it's a lawyer show. And I'm like, so now she has no risk of being a new, okay, cool, all right, cool, man, let's do it, let's fucking go, lawyer show.
So it's like they say in the chat, Hulky McBeal. Got it.
Yep, it's Hulky McBeal. It's absolutely what it is.
Do you think the show will end with Callista Flockhart teaming up with Harrison Ford to take down She-Hulk?
No, she was already in Supergirl. There's no way she does another comic book thing.
Oh, she really was?
Yeah, and it was... Dude, there's a hilarious video of Great She-Hulk dialogue, I think is what it's called. And she's in it a couple times, and you can see the deadness in her eyes when she's saying that shit. It is fucking hilarious.
I mean, she's always a fine actress, but does anybody want to be on a CW show? This is kind of like, oh shit, I'm stuck here on the CW.
Yep, it's like, fuck, I got bills to pay. I guess I'm gonna finish this. They fucking are murdering my boy Misha Collins. He's in that shitty Gotham Night show, which looks fucking terrible.
Wait, Misha Collins is in that?
Yeah, he's fucking Harvey Dent.
What? I mean,
dude. I
mean, I'm into the casting choice.
The casting choice is great, and in the trailer you can tell that he's actually trying. I mean, he looks good in the show, but the dialogue is bad, the premise is bad. You're like, dude, they had Misha Collins still to make a TV show, and this is what they do. Holy shit!
I feel bad for that guy because I'm late to the Supernatural party, like really late, folks. I'm watching season 7 right now, and I'm really enjoying it. But goddamn, it just sucks. And this is what happens. We'll talk about Lord of the Rings in a little bit. All of this great genre entertainment keeps getting bought up by people who don't know what to do with it because they look at it as a fucking part of a portfolio to expand their wallets, essentially, like your cryptocurrency wallet, folks. Well, Hollywood, these big companies, they like to buy up properties and IPs and hold them and do stuff. And it's not working out for anybody. The only company, that holds an IP that is doing it right is out of necessity, and that's Paramount with Top Gun, because they have nothing else. They don't have Indiana Jones anymore. They have a back catalog in some Star Trek shit that nobody gives a fuck about. People aren't really paying attention to it. But they also have the biggest movie domestically in the last however many years, and it keeps on going. So there's something to be said about the way everything's been done one way and the way everything used to be done. And I think there's a balance in the future, but it has to come from people that like this shit to make it. Because you get a lot of people that are like, all right, I want to make my imprint in Hollywood or entertainment, so I'll work on She-Hulk, but I'm going to put what I am into. It's like the lady that's working on, Ava DuVernay? She got fired from the New Gods movie, but like that kind of stuff, just trying to put your own life experiences into these iconic classic things with a big fan base never pans out. I just want them to remember that while, as their house of cards falls apart.
Yeah, man. And clearly they're all, like you said, they're all at a war with themselves, right? You want to do what makes money, but you also want to try to make money off of the Twitterverse, right? And it's just not working out. That you can't figure out, which we know is all true, no matter what those Twitter accounts say. This stuff isn't making that much money. Star Wars has been in a fucking free for all since the Rise of Skywalker, right? And finally get Obi-Wan to come out, and it's now you've got Obi-Wan, now you got Andor and shit coming out. But if you can't right the ship, you're not gonna have people who want to come back. And Obi-Wan was okay, and you can't afford to be just okay if you want people to buy and pay for Disney Plus. And it's just you got to get your identity crisis fucking figured out, because shit has to be good, not just a bunch of shit.
You're right, because I know people think, oh, because of this channel, whatever, but no, you and I are super fans of this shit. When we're giving up, it's not because of what we think we are or wherever. It's like, no, seriously, we're those guys that have the back catalogs. Like, you have a fucking library of graphic novels, trade paperbacks, and Star Wars expanded universe shit. Like, we'll take it to all the stuff Disney has purchased. They're really losing out on guys like us, and I think when they lose out on guys like us, they truly lose what the core of the audience is, because we've been through shit, the good and the bad, thick and thin. But when we reach this point, like, folks, I'm more interested. I would rather relive the Clone Saga through Spider-Man than some of the shit that's coming out at Marvel. And I do try to read modern books. I just don't pay for them, to try to see what the landscape is for my next project. But there's just so little out there that they're doing with these big characters. It's like, you have all the fucking great toys, play with them right, and don't try to tell the same fucking stories over and over again. I'm just tired of this shit.
Well, and that's part of that identity crisis, man. Is like, you want to be recognizable, but you still want to be different. Like, do you want to be the Marvel, or do you want to be Marvel, AI Marvel? And it just, there's literally another line in She-Hulk, where he's like, it's not just Hulk rage, it's regular rage, fear, da 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 da. She goes, oh, you mean being a woman? And I'm like, bro, you've said that like 5 times. Like, we
Dion,
get
the struggle is real, bro.
Yeah, we get it. Like, yo, it's fucking 2022. We all struggling out here, But it's just like I don't know, man. It's just like, you know how to be good. Just do that, though. Just do that. And and Hillary was like, I like it. I'll watch it. She's like, I watched Pretty Little Liars, and I'm like, but you saw how that show got worse. She's like, yeah, I stick with things. I'm like, yeah, you do. You're one of the few who stick with that shit, but you read Twilight. That shit gets worse. Like, when you make the whole premise of the show the one thing that parrots the echo chamber at the time that the movie came or the show came out, it dates it, and you have nothing else to build on. You can't build on it because you missed out on character development. And the whole thing of episode 1 is, yes, she is a woman. We get it. That's all episode 1 is, man. And it's, and then you don't know how to handle, you bring up serious shit in your property, and then you can't handle it because you've been Jekyll and hiding your whole project. So it's like, it's funny, and she's breaking the fourth wall, but after she becomes She-Hulk, she walks to this bar, and she's all like, she looks like she's been beat up, and she's in the bathroom, and these chicks come in, and like, oh my God, what happened to you? And there's a pause, and they're like, oh girl, you ain't worth, they're not worth it, or she's not worth it, or they're not worth it. Yeah, girl, you don't need him. You should break up with him. And they try to put makeup on her face, and it's like, wait a minute, you tried to make it seem like it was serious, but now it's a joke. And then they get serious again afterwards when she turns into the Hulk again. When 3 dudes like start catcalling her, it's like, are you serious? Or are you funny? Like, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? Because you sure as shit aren't making her cool.
No, She-Hulk's never... Look, I'm okay with She-Hulk as part of the Fantastic Four. Quite actually enjoy She-Hulk on the Fantastic Four. But, folks, I wasn't watching She-Hulk. That was Dion's take, and I'm glad you took one for the team, Dion, and I guess you're going to continue to watch it, so do you want to continue to tell us what's up with it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Hillary's gonna watch it. I felt so bad for her because she was defending it. Not hard, not so much. She was jumping up for Lightyear, but like Diane and I were just like, yeah, now we gotta watch it because we started arguing about it. So I'll be making sure to keep everybody in the loop.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Folks in the chat, we are going to check in with you guys real quick. Dion, pick a number between 1 and 69, please. We're going to pick one of our new ones today.
Ooh, give me a nice and moist 69, brother.
One ugly motherfucker.
There we go. Dude, did you watch Prey yet?
I have not. We were gonna watch it last week, but we ended up fucking getting drunk and watching UFC instead.
You didn't miss out, but you also... I'm seeing a lot of talk about it. It's a fine movie that I thought, like I said last week, I prefer Predators 1 and 2, but it's enjoyable enough. It's like, look, it's the perfect Saturday afternoon drunk watch. You already got Hulu, so who you hurting?
Exactly. That should be the tagline for Hulu. I'd fucking bet. Hey, listen, you're drunk and you're watching Hulu. I mean, you're not hurting anybody. What's up?
Yeah.
Watch some of our shit.
Yeah, keep watching. Hurry up, quicker. Enrique Vasquez, what's up? He says, hey, dudes, Dion, buy him a fake Switch.
Yep, just a Switch box.
You should get him this thing called the Switch Lite. He's like, Dad, where is it? It's so light you can't even feel it, son.
Enjoy it, buddy. I love you.
And then as you walk out, you like, I don't know, you do that Mario sound effect. Ka-ding! That'd be fucking terrible. That's what you could really do to troll him. Like, you turn all your ringtones into Mario sound effects, and like every time he hears did, you're like, that's Uncle Jeff texting me, and I'll just text you all day about shit. We're like, hey, bro, let's fucking reenact the scene from Star Wars, and let's just da. Folks, we're gonna rewrite Star Wars in a little bit. Be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be some fun. Kendo should be here soon, though. That'll be fun too, because we get to talk about Queen Elizabeth being non-binary, according to history. Yeah, that's a thing. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, no, Tom Hanks, you would have given your... No, Tom Hanks, you wouldn't have given your all. Yeah, Tom Hanks, that was a dumb comment to make, but whatever. You won the Oscar, so... Ninja Lawyer Steve says, Jeff
just... the most human nature thing in the world, isn't it? Yeah, you're saying it now because you won an Oscar for it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have. Oh, yeah. I remember my mom was a huge Denzel Washington fan.
That's true. Your mom watched a ton of movies. Good ones, too.
Oh, yeah. She was a movie gal, for sure.
Well, I just remember going over there once, and she had on fucking Steven Seagal. Like, was it Marked for Death or something?
Yep.
I just was like, all right. Going over there was like going to my Aunt Pat's house. It's like, one day I go over, my Aunt Pat might be watching Game of Thrones or Silence of the Lambs or, I don't know, some Italian horror flick, but she always had something good on, so... Good entertainment, man. Hell yeah, dude. I'm just glad I don't live with somebody that wants to watch bad crap.
Well, luckily I love her, and she's got a nice set of what. So it's there are some pros and some cons.
I'm taking Jesse through King of the Hill. It's been a great run so far.
Hell yeah, man! That's a great journey.
It's the best animated show I've ever seen in my goddamn life. So,
dude,
Simpsons,
God, it's hard. That's hard to argue, man. That's hard to argue.
Well, look, the fact that King of the Hill's over has a lot to say, but Simpsons, Family Guy, they've been bad for 10+ years each. Yep. And then you want to roll over to other shows like, I'm not here to shit on it, but I never got into Bob's Burgers. It's just not for me, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But so many of these other ones are fucking stupid. King of the Hill was the only one that had like a decent sense about it. I think that's why it works so well, is because of how grounded it is at times. It's not, over the top. So, folks, if you want to watch King of the Hill, do so, because it's one of the best shows ever. Highly recommend it. Ninja Lawyer Steve says, I just sent you a bunch of crap. Hope you enjoy. We will read that tonight on air, Ninja Lawyer Steve. Thank you for sending that in. It's been a while, man. But, hopefully we see you again soon. In person, I mean. Now, folks, remember, you can join us this coming year at WrestleMania. We're having a huge fan meetup. It'll be April 30th and 31st in Los Angeles. Looking to get us a bar, all kinds of fun locations. We're going to go to some movie locations as well. Not going to do some dumb guided tour like you see Map of the Stars, but we might go have some drinks down at the beach from the Lost Boys and get shit-faced down there, or we might go and hang out at X, Y, and Z, but it's all WCBS Phantom Menace, WrestleMania stuff. It's all about fun. So join us next year. March 30th and 31st. We're telling everybody early. You don't have an excuse. Oh, Jeff, I didn't know. I told you last July. Like, if you didn't know since July, that's not on me. But hey, I tried. Xavier to God, thank you very much for both of these. He says, the way she became She-Hulk was so stupid. Dion, does she get the blood transfusion like in the comics?
No, she does not. There's a Sakaar spaceship or whatever, and it's floating in front of her car while she's driving with Bruce, and they crash, and she cuts her arm getting out of the car, and she's pulling him out. He goes, no, don't get away. My device that keeps me Bruce is broken. And then he drips like 3 or 4 drips of blood on her cut, and like she immediately turns.
All right. Well,
yeah. And they actually do a kind of an okay job of explaining it, where it's like, okay, I it's at least not completely fucking stupid, but it's still like stupid. It's like, oh, we have the same genetic markers where we synthesize gamma radiation. And I'm like, okay, like that's cool, but why couldn't we just keep the blood transfusion thing?
I don't know, man. Because people don't like tradition, or I don't know. Some of the origins don't hold up as well as others, but then some do. Maybe
yeah, man. Like that's one of the ones that make the most fucking sense.
Do you remember the time where? Do you remember the issue of Spider-Man where he wanted the doctor wanted Spider-Man to give Aunt May a blood transfusion, but because of his radioactivity, he denied, and the doctor thought he was a dick the whole time?
Yep.
I miss fun shit like that. Is it too much to ask?
Man. Like you can actually make it like a kind of like a real world viewpoint of a ridiculous situation, and it still be a good one instead of like, oh, I dripped some blood on you. That's going to turn you into a Hulk. So if he gets blood on someone else, does it just fucking kill him? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he tried to kill himself in the movie, so, you know.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Then the other guy stopped it.
I like that scene, but I also don't like that. It's like I kind of laugh at it for all the wrong reasons.
I do too. I remember, and you and I were so fucking excited for Avengers, but I will never forget, like especially during that time when we were like watching a bunch of movies, and that's 2012. That summer was dope. But if we saw something in the movie, we would fucking look at each other, and we were watching it. And he's like, I can't kill myself. I tried, and you and I looked at each other like that guy. There was just that pause. We were like, really? The other guy spit it out. And I even to this day, I see that part and I just kind of started laughing. Like that got really serious really quickly. Thanks, Josh.
Well, I'm glad he no longer makes those movies or any movie.
That's what his little shrivelly ass gets.
I only like the only thing he's ever done that I truly love is the first Avengers.
I love the first Avengers. I even like the second one. I was a big Angel fan. Hillary's a big Buffy fan, but. Especially when you look back, you're like, yeah, this is pretty Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Xavier to God also, thank you very much. He says, She-Hulk was trying to one-up the Hulk all the time. Hold on, it automatically refreshed, excuse me. When he was trying to help her, and she gets away with the moof stuff when Hulk has to bail her out. What do you have to say about that, Dion?
I wouldn't say that he bails her out, but it's just... They're very clearly trying to infer that she has a better grasp on being a Hulk. Remember that, guys. She's a Hulk than he did, right? So they have her doing all these things so easily without addressing like the actual implication of having these powers, and it's just kind of like fluff to the side because it's like it's CW Felicity, like and it's so he doesn't bail her out, but like he's showing her how to do stuff. And she's just being an asshole the whole time. And then she says some fucked up shit. And then she gives a half apology. And they even like make it a thing. He's like, oh, that's a really fake apology while double down on the original thing that you said. Oh, that's cool. And I'm like, oh, so they just make her an asshole. Okay, cool. All right, gotcha.
Dion, we have another one from our friend Big Raj with a thumbs up. Thank you, Big Raj, for the super chat thumbs up sticker. We appreciate that. Folks, be like Big Raj. Hit that thumbs up button to let us know that you enjoy the show, as well as YouTube. We ask you this not because of our own egos, but it does help us become better searched. And if you're listening to this on any form of podcast listener, Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. Again, not because World-Class Bullshitters needs to be validated. Honestly, it just helps people find us. And as all this YouTube purge and all this other crap is happening, it helps. So, folks, thank you very much. And if you want to do even more to get some more, well, then click on one of the links below. We got Wokebusters, Stealing Solo, the WCBS shop, and you can join the Bullshit Club. We're going to be talking about this way more the closer we get to October, but if you like Stranger Things, that's cool. I liked it enough, but I wanted to start a club, the Bullshit Club. So join the fan club, get the shirt, call it athletics. We do. All right, Dion, so pick a number between 1 and 69, sir, and we will pick another one from our new list.
Ooh, give me a big old hard 1.
Ludicrous speed! Go!
What have I done? My brains are going into my feet.
What the hell was that? Spaceball 1. They've gone to plaid.
There you go.
Give me your fucking passport.
that crazy motherfucker. So the Ezra Miller, it's over, Dion. He said he's seeking help and ongoing treatment for his mental health issues. So
shit.
Is that a scapegoat, or let me rephrase that. Is that it for the story? Do you think everyone's just gonna go, "Oh, it's okay, Ezra, we forgive you," or is there more to this?
I mean, there's more. I mean, listen, they were being a world-class asshole, you know, and especially when you're apparently improperly communicating with kids, and then you're breaking into people's houses, like that's just not gonna just go away. And then, you know, come to find out that you were also, you know, whether it be because of your condition or not, trying to be manipulative and telling people like, no one's gonna fucking believe you because I'm not binary and they're not gonna they're gonna come for you. That's doing a lot of fucked up stuff. So he's gonna have to do an apology tour for sure.
I don't think it's gonna be enough. And I don't mean, this isn't my personal opinion, but I don't think his actions are gonna, whatever he does won't be enough to undo some of this shit. And the Flash movie is definitely gonna be affected by that. No matter what they do, no matter how much he apologizes, this, that, and the other, I think we're gonna end with a Flash movie. It'll be like one of those things you read about, or one of these things you watch about in one of these minty comedic art videos where it's like 10 reasons why the Flash never made it to the big screen. Number 1, Ezra Miller's a nut bar. Something like that. Like, I'll watch that in the future. By the way, folks, check out that guy's channel. I like it. I watch it when I'm working on stuff.
Nut Bar Studios?
Darian217, why don't you pick? What would you like to see? Do you want to see Vince McMahon, or do you want to see Joe Exotic, man? I'm watching the chat right now. You pick.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Nicolo in the chat says, Niculio, excuse me, says, from the beginning, what we all wanted for Ezra was to chill and get help. Good that progress is being made, but we'll definitely need to accept the consequences. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Hey, listen, man, I'm happy that Ezra's getting the help that's required to get, you know, maybe back on the horse. Who the fuck knows? But you know, there definitely is something to be said that the perfect storm of everything going on culturally, as well as the shit going on with Ezra, you know, it's listen, if Mike Tyson is able to come back and be universally at least appreciated, then, you know, then that crazy nut job can too. But again, part of the process should not be erasing what had happened, but being better and acknowledging it, which, is a whole different thing for some folks.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we've kind of reached the end of that, because there really wasn't a ton to say about Ezra Miller. I don't want to try to harp for hours and hours and act like the fabric of society's fallen apart. But that's the end of the story, folks. And here on WCBS, while we want you to listen, obviously because we're entertaining and want to enjoy, and entertain you, but we do follow the thread. So I feel like we've followed this Ezra Miller thread for quite a while, at least a year at this point. So, folks, if anything changes, you can come to WCBS for the updates on all your entertainment stuff. And probably your California parking updates as well, too. Did you hear about what's-her-face Sasha Banks getting her car broken into in California, Dion?
I did not. Damn.
She rolls in one day, her car gets broken into. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't care.
Damn.
Now, one thing that we like to talk about here is the big changes in entertainment. And today, another big change happened because, Dion, you're probably the biggest Lord of the Rings fan here on the channel. You've been a fan for quite some time. Have you read the books?
I didn't finish them. I read Fellowship. I never read Two Towers: The Return of the King.
But you enjoyed the movies more so than anyone else, and you own them, right, on DVD?
I do.
So, did you hear the news that Lord of the Rings has been acquired by a Swedish gaming company?
I did.
So, folks, for those who do not know, the company that owns the rights to J.R.R. Tolkien's works, including The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, has been bought by the Swedish gaming firm Embracer Group, which has hinted it could make a spin-off of films based on popular characters such as Gandalf, Aragorn, and Gollum. Embracer has acquired Middle-earth Enterprises, the holding company that controls the intellectual property rights to film, video games, board games, merchandise, theme parks, and stage productions related to Tolkien's two most famous literary franchises. The deal also includes matching rights and other Middle-earth-related literary works authorized by the Tolkien estate. Primarily the Silmarillion and the Unfinished Tales of Numenor and the Middle-earth, which were published after Tolkien's death in 1973. And in 2017, Amazon paid $250 million for the rights to make a big-budget prequel to Lord of the Rings called The Rings of Power, which had a global release on Prime. Yay. So, we have to be honest here. Lord of the Rings is not our big cup of tea, but this is another place buying up IPs, and like Thanos with the Infinity Stones, it does not end well. What do you think about this, Dion?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Obviously, this is, something that not apples to apples, but it's definitely in the same arena that when Disney was trying to buy 20th Century Fox, so there definitely is something to be said about all these IPs getting bought up, because these companies, they're not buying it to make good entertainment, they're buying it to get a return on their investment. And typically when you were looking to get a return on your investment, you're just trying to do everything that's safe. You're not trying to take risks, and when you see that type of shit, that's when you get She-Hulk, So with that in mind, I'm not very optimistic about another company, buying up a well-known IP. This doesn't bode very well.
So, yeah, I guess, is that really all there is we're going to say about that one? I mean, folks in the chat, anything you want to add about Lord of the Rings getting picked up? I mean, you're going to have 50 sequels and spin-offs. It's like Star Wars, which really sucks for fans, because Disney has done that to Star Wars, and the Swedish gaming firm, we don't know what they're going to do, Embracer, but it's kind of weird that a video game company is buying that up. It's really just to strengthen the IP wallet, and yeah, very little reasons for that. So, Dion, folks, we are still waiting for Kendo and Nick to show up. Hopefully they're not dead. But let's take a trip down memory lane for a minute, buddy. Remember when we were in college, there was this big rage. Everybody wanted to... hold on, let me set this up properly so the audience can get involved as well. When we were in college, there was this thing that everybody liked to do to each other called Rickrolling. Remember Rickrolling, Dion?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, how would you feel if Rick Astley came back to give you up again?
I would absolutely fucking love it, but only if he did it as the exact same way as the old music video.
So you saw this then?
I did.
This motherfucker.
It made me so happy, dude.
Same here. I like this song. My mom always tells me the story. She's like, look, I was pregnant with you when this song came out. I was listening to it back in the 80s. And then when Rickrolling became a thing, we were still into it. But, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. This gives me a little bit of faith in humanity. Rick Astley is willing to come back.
Yeah, dude.
See,
Yeah.
This is when I'm cool with callbacks.
Yep.
You don't need to remake Star Wars. You don't need to remake all these movies. But you can have Rick Astley come back to never give you up, let you down, and sell you AAA insurance. I personally am going to sign up today.
Damn right. Be in good hands.
Like a good neighbor, Rick Astley is there.
Never going to give you up.
Never going to
Keep your rates down.
You think Rick Astley is going to be covered for life now?
Oh, fuck yeah. That dude has entered the source wall of cultural relevancy. That dude is set for life.
Oh, Bob Shoes, what is up? Bob Shoes in the chat says, really shows what type of person the writer is when they think vapid ego masturbation makes a good show. Well, that's She-Hulk for you, right, Dion? Isn't that the thing it goes?
That's how
She-Hulk
these studios see their audience. They see us as people who want to massage our egos, which, they're not that far off if, people actually think that shit like this is good.
But it's not, and it never was.
Listen, they all never show up when it comes time to put their dollars to fucking action. And, hey, if this becomes the next Felicity and those type of people like this show, listen, more power to them, but it ain't looking good, Chief.
I'm glad you're bringing up Felicity 24/7 because I haven't thought of that show in years, rightly so. But
I only remember because of the Mad TV skit where they were making fun of Felicity. She was carving the dude's name with a fork on her arm.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember from that fucking show. Was his name like Scott or Steve or something like that?
Yep. Oh, God, I remember that skit. It's fucking great.
Everything is bizarro. If that was a dildo commercial, I'd be buying a dildo. Oh, man. Yeah, this is Rick Astley's world, and we're just living in it. That was the highlight of my fucking day. No listener sent that in. I just found it on my own. Thank you, folks, for sharing that with me. Our friend Dr. Coffinails has a request for a super chat. He says, Pokemon Vince combo, please. I hope this is the right one.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
There we go. We do. Folks, Kendo has entered the building. He's going to be getting his stuff set up and joining us in just a moment. But Dion, while we're waiting for that to get together, let's see. Oh, man. This is what I'll tell you real quick. I have been going back and reading some comics, like some classic 50s stuff. Have you ever heard of an artist named Carmine Infantino?
Yeah.
I've been going back and watching some art history lectures about the guy, and I've been having so much fun. I'm working on this secret project thing, and this Carmine Infantino art has just been fun to look at and study. Folks, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy that developed the 50s version of the Flash, designed that suit. Really influential in terms of comic book artists. Very few people have had the impact that he ever had. I mean, he was so good that he moved up to publisher at one point and ran the company. His covers sold millions of comics, more so than other artists. But I just have fun going back and looking at some of the classic stuff as I'm always creating new stuff. And it's kind of sad where the comic book industry is, dude, to the point where it's like, you go, you pick up your books, yeah, the characters look nice, but it's all a bunch of close-up shots and nothing really happens. Remember when, like, the panels were a piece of art and all that stuff, like, went into the comic book to make it special?
Oh, yeah. Yep, definitely in the golden era of being a comic book fan.
Yeah, I miss it. I'm making stuff like that, but I miss it, like, every day. Like, not every day, excuse me. I miss, like, picking up a Marvel book and looking at the unique house ads, the bullpen stuff. Like, there's all kinds of great stuff that used to be in these books. And I don't even mind commercials in comics. It's always been part of the thing. It's just, I don't know, they feel they feel worse than ever. As I've been going back out and trying to read comics, I'm just surprised they're still this shitty.
Well, again, back to our thing with She-Hulk, right? That not knowing, losing your way a little bit, right? Everything trying to be, some of the shit that became so iconic amongst comic book fans or even amongst culture in general. Like a lot of it wasn't designed to be. It just was. It was something that was put together that they loved, and it ended up becoming super popular, right? And that it factor just isn't there. And some panels look really good, I know, but a lot of people love doing the hyper realistic shit, and it's just like, it just doesn't have that same weight that it once did.
Mm-mm. So one hero that we love to talk about here on the channel all the time is James Bond. And thankfully, Daniel Craig's era of James Bond is over. Now, I know you've liked it more than me, but
right.
A lot more than me, even though I love movies like Skyfall and really like Casino Royale. Where did No Time to Die's ending fall for you? Did you like how James Bond went out, or were you still pissed like I am?
I'm still pissed. It was fucking stupid. And then, the idea that, hey, this is supposed to be this rom-com type of ending for his character, where it's like, oh, the woman that he was in love with lied to him twice, and then this villain who was a waste of a great actor does this random thing because all of a sudden he hates him after saving his life. Okay, that's what we're going for. Great, thanks.
Well, I will never forgive them for killing James Bond. Oh, it's a character. Grow up. No, it was a stupid thing. But the next James Bond could be younger, ruling out previous favorites. James Bond producers are reportedly searching for a younger 007. According to Ross King, the search is currently on to find the next James Bond. But producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson have already ruled out the 42-year-old Sam Heughan. The latest rumor, and in some ways in some ways this is very much true, which is basically the Bond producers are looking for a younger Bond, explains Lorraine. He explained on Lorraine, someone probably in their 30s. Unfortunately, it sounds like he's too old to take over for the 54-year-old Daniel Craig. Of course, Craig was a lot younger, blah, blah, blah. But that also means, guys, or Dion, that it would take Idris Elba and Tom Hardy out of the running. Which is nice, because I'm tired of those two casting choices always. Look, I saw Tom Hardy in a tuxedo in one movie, and he looked cool. But I'm not ready to sign off on that as James Bond. And I don't want James Bond to change, so I'll save that speech for another day. But I'm happy that they're going to go... I don't know, I'm not necessarily happy that they're going to go younger, but I'm hoping that they're going to find the right guy and dig themselves in for the future. Meaning, whatever they pick, this guy's going to be around for 10 movies over the course of like 10 years. No longer, I don't want to wait 15 years between movies. I want this guy to actually be James Bond. And Jonathan Hurst, I agree with you about Spectre feeling like a classic. I actually really enjoyed Spectre. My first viewing, my second viewing, I bought it twice on Blu-ray. I got the Steelbook and the original. I don't like the Blofeld brother stuff, and when they get to the desert, the movie kind of lags. But I do like the ending, and I like how it picks up. I guess Quantum of Solace and No Time to Die are the only ones I really dislike.
Right.
Now, there's been the talk of Henry Cavill playing James Bond as well. I like him. I guess he's too old by these new metrics. Because Henry Cavill is currently 39 years old. So, I guess a 40-year-old James Bond is too old. But that's who I want to play James Bond.
Agreed. Same here.
Independent of Anna or anybody else, I like Henry Cavill from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I thought he carried himself well, and that's what I'm looking for in a James Bond. And I like his Superman. I feel like he just gets the short end of the stick in a lot of his roles, because it's like things prevent him from playing the roles, and so he just kind of sits around and does nothing. Who do you have for Bond? Anybody?
I really want to hear Henry Cavill. Man from U.N.C.L.E., and then one of the things that sold me was I was thinking about the Cold Light of Day that he made with Bruce Willis, and that movie was silly, but he was really good in it. And I was like, that's what I thought of as far as him being James Bond. I really loved him in the Cold Light of Day. But so he was my pick too, man. I hearing that, it makes me disappointed. Hopefully he's one of those he's just on the list because he looks so goddamn good. And then obviously him in Mission Impossible Fallout, so
Oh yeah.
so we'll see, man. Like in that fight scene in the bathroom, I'm like, yeah, let's get this type of Bond where it's like a fight scene that we can fucking see again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was my pick, man. Other than that, I'm my concern is that they're gonna maneuver for what's his name? Spider-Man Tom Holland. I don't want him as Bond. I'm like, please don't do that shit. Like I know people want to hear him with his actual speaking voice, but he looks too babyface to be James Bond.
Bro, he's too babyface to play Nathan Drake.
Shit, that fucking movie.
Did you watch it? I didn't.
I did. Hilly and I went and saw it shortly after it came out, and I don't dislike it, but it's just a generic action movie that's kind of based on a video game. And it was really cool. They had the dude who does the voice in the movie. That was fucking cool as shit.
I will watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, dude. It's a like you said, it's a get drunk on a Saturday afternoon movie. Like it's not great. It's not gonna blow you away. Mark Wahlberg tries his best to be Sully. He almost does it, but not quite. It like at least it wasn't trying to be a carbon copy of Indiana Jones, but they just didn't have the pieces, man. Antonio Banderas was cool, but then they wasted him.
Tom Holland's a fine actor, but he just is so he's so little and so distinct looking. I can only buy him in a certain handful of roles, like Spider-Man. Don't try to make him heroic and older. Treat him maybe cast him in more Elijah Wood stuff. Maybe if they there you go, when they remake Lord of the Rings, you could have fucking Tom Holland play a hobbit.
There you go. I mean, the dude's about the same height already.
Joey the Lazy One, thank you very much for a very generous super chat. He says, Darian217 says, it's unfortunate when we finally meet in person for you and me, there won't be a button to press or audio to play over a loudspeaker. It's me, Austin! It's me! I'll see you in LA, boys! I got my tickets! Well, Darian217, fucking finally. Look, it's going to be on. We're going to hang out. We're going to all drink, party, enjoy everything, and WrestleMania. Hopefully, dude, you're not too far from us. Maybe, look, no matter where you sit in the arena, we can all head over. We can go to the pro shop beforehand. It's going to be a great time, folks. And if you don't like wrestling, you're going to get FOMO. Just come hang out. Come to California. Come hang out. If you can afford it, great. It's 7 months away, something like that. So we got plenty of time to get ready. Now, speaking of getting ready, folks, get ready for the one, the only American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
R2D.
Oh, son of a bitch.
He beat Boops out after all that. R2D2.
You're fired.
Am I back? Is it working now? Are we working here?
You're back.
Okay. I was going to say, R2D2, where are you, you little bitch?
Yes, folks, we can finally start playing some of our Star Wars rewrite game because we love to bullshit. We're called world-class bullshitters. We're also world-class. So tonight we're going to play a Star Wars game in a moment. We're going to add "you little bitch" to the end of a Star Wars quote, and then we're going to rewrite Star Wars moving forward. So imagine if Darth Vader on the bridge of the Tantive 4 says, "You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor, you little bitch. Take her away." That's going to be the kind of Star Wars we're going to rewrite tonight. If Quentin Tarantino could time travel and remake Star Wars, you little bitch, we might be talking about that one, Dion. So
there you go.
I miss out on I've missed out on his Star Trek movie that's never going to get made. So
I know. Listen, I wasn't about it before, but after watching Beyond, I'm like, yeah, I would have rather have watched Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek.
I would have loved it because it would have been like Pulp Fiction in space. There would have been, gunfights, shootings, the N-word being used with reckless abandon. It's everything you want from a Star Trek movie.
Where could you
what
drop?
What does Captain Kirk look like?
Does he look like a bitch? What? What ain't on any planet I ever heard of? What?
They speak English in what?
What? Fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin pops up. That'd be great.
Yep.
But Darian217, I am excited to hang out with you at WrestleMania. If I'm ever in the Vegas area, I'll shoot you a message. I mean, let me rephrase that. When I'm in the Vegas area, I'll shoot you a message. Folks, we'll be doing a lot more meetups and hangouts this year. Sorry, starting next year. Be on the lookout for that. The Clown World Review, thank you very much. He says, Simu Liu for James Bond. Sign me up. I'm down. Don't you guys want Shang-Chi as James Bond?
Hell yeah. He goes to Hong Kong all the time. Let's just make it official.
Now, Kendo, we will talk about Star Wars, you little bitch, in a moment. But I had a story that I wanted to share with you because you're the WCBS history buff. You're a traveled man. You're well-traveled. Yeah. You've been around the world. You've seen places. You've done things.
Yeah. Find my baby. Oh, never. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. I like that song too, kind of.
Long day.
I can deal with it if on the radio. By the way, Kendo, to tell you the truth, people in the chat have been asking for your Monkeys song. People were talking about it at the beginning of the show. So, Hey, We're the Monkeys is a hit here on WCBS.
Yeah. Hey, we're the Monkeys. 3 out of 4 are dead.
We'll figure out the rest of the words next week. We promise, folks.
Yeah. R.I.P. Peter Tork.
You were the real MVP, Mickey. Oh, you still are around. All right, so Kendo, how do you feel about historical revisionism?
I think it's stupid.
Would you like to hear about the latest example of it?
Oh, no, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
In the latest example of historical revisionism being used to erase women, Queen Elizabeth of England was non-binary. Along with the announcement of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre that they have cast Joan of Arc as a gender-neutral character, Dr. Kit Heyman penned a blog post for the theater's website defending why it's necessary to use modern gender theory, especially with Queen Elizabeth.
So
Isn't
I guess
that
they're talking
important
about no. Are they talking about the original Queen Elizabeth or the current one?
The original one from history's lens.
So the first one, not the second. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Virgin Queen that we got Virginia and other places named after. Then good, we should change it to non-binary. So we'll change Virginia. You guys are now the state of non-binary. Good for you. Because if that state would have been formed and they would have known this about Queen Elizabeth being non-binary, then this changes everything. So we have to do that. So we need to revise all the inspirations for anything and everything so that they fit into the 2022, zeitgeist. That is so dumb. That's like, okay, so there was a guy that was on the radio. I used to listen to this drive time show in St. Louis called the Dave Glover Show back in the day before it went to hell. And he had a guy on one day, and this was the funniest damn thing because the guy had done research and wrote a book about how Abraham Lincoln was gay, and this is a big deal. It's yo, that dude's been dead for 150 years. Okay, no one cares. All right, he preserved the Union. He helped see the end of slavery and all that other good stuff, and whatever. Then he got shot in the back of the head. That's what he's remembered for. He's remembered for being one of the greatest presidents we had at all time. I don't think at this point it matters who he was banging. We don't care. We don't really care. And we don't care if Queen Elizabeth was non-binary. I don't give a shit about the historical or the private lives of any historical figures. They're all dead. We don't need to go back and revise them, okay?
I agree. I just wanted to hear your take.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, look, if you want to write a play and use those characters, Hamilton, for example, okay? Hamilton is about Alexander Hamilton, a Federalist, one of the people that was behind the bank, got shot by Aaron Burr, who was the vice president, I believe, at the time. So, good times, when they talk about how politically charged things are nowadays, we don't have the vice president shooting, the Treasury Secretary. So we have that going for us, at least for now. But it's one of the musical was going on, and Hamilton was played by a black guy for a while, and nobody gave a shit because it's a musical, okay? Can he sing well? Can he dance well? Good. Okay, then put him on stage. He can be the lead. We don't give a shit. It's not a big deal. It's not we're writing dissertations about how Alexander Hamilton was transracial or anything and had identity issues. It's no one cares. He's been fucking dead for 200 years. So, like I said, they want to write a play and make Joan of Arc gender neutral. Be my guest. If you want to speculate to say, I bet she was probably a lesbian or something because she was kind of a tomboy and ran an army. Go ahead, go again. But if you want to waste your time writing a long ass fucking paper about why these historical characters are the way you perceive them to be through the lens of modern times, you're wasting your time and you're a fucking idiot.
Well said.
Yeah.
Now, folks, we're going to play our Star Wars game in just a moment, but I always talk about the constant disappointment of life that is without an Axel Foley action figure. Dion, would you like to hear who has just entered the realm of plastic to get an action figure before Axel Foley?
Oh, don't say it.
Take a guess. I'll give you a hint. It's a real person.
Like, so it's not a person's character; it's a real person.
No, but this person is an entertainment, and they're a great entertainer. But I don't know why the fuck they need an action figure. And this is me saying it.
Oh, so it's Cedric the Entertainer.
Okay, Kendo guessed Cedric the Entertainer, and who did you guess, Dion?
Frank Sinatra.
Okay, Sinatra I could see. Cedric the Entertainer is really close, but it's Bill Hicks. Like, there's a Bill Hicks action figure coming out. Yeah, it's a 3-pack. It's Bill Hicks, Joan Rivers, and Lenny Bruce.
What?
I mean, those were some pioneers of comedy back in the day, so...
Enough to buy a fucking...
No, I'm just saying. I could see why people would make an action figure of them, but at the same time, I don't think it's...
Who's making them?
Sell.
I'll show you right now on screen. They're called, like, Nacelle. Legends of Laughter by Nacelle. 1/12 scaled, ready to headline your collection. I mean, look, this is nothing. This is not an indictment of their comedy. Bill Hicks is my uncle. I loved the guy to death. I miss him every day. Uncle Bill was my hero.
Bill Hicks has the cigarette. That's pretty accurate there because he's chain smoking on stage. But you know,
it's such a weird concept.
It is. You're targeting an extremely niche audience with this.
I mean,
they spend their money, I guess.
It's like there's 5 people that I know are going to buy these, so let's make these so we can sell them to those 5 people.
Bill Hicks with a kung fu grip. That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you can get them. Let's see. So Bill Hicks and Joan Rivers. It's not like you're going to be able to get those signed. You're not going to be able to get a picture with the person holding it or anything like that. And who's the other one?
Lenny Bruce.
Oh, he's dead too. So yeah, there you go.
I think that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, so I mean, will they increase in value? Probably not. Maybe. Doubtful. But
yeah, I would have thought Johnny Carson would have got a figure before, Joan Rivers.
I mean, that would make more sense, and you would sell more Carson figures.
Fucking George Carlin. Now Lenny Bruce is
I'd
funny.
buy George Carlin.
Bill Hicks is good, man, but I get a figure?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, that just means we need our own action figures. I mean, apparently anybody can have an action figure nowadays.
I mean, yeah.
If we get action figures before Beverly Hills Cop, I will be fucking thoroughly impressed. A little sad, but happy.
This one's for you, Axel. We're getting deep with Axel again.
Don't give me any of this shit about loyalty, okay? Andy and I joined the force together. Fuck. Now I'm gonna watch Beverly Hills Cop 2 tonight, dude.
I know, goddammit.
Get some pizza,
It's on Paramount.
I love when you get your mad ass in the pool.
Axel, get out of the goddamn pool! I told you the deck was slippery. 2024, folks. We'll do another drunk commentary of that.
Fuck yeah.
So I hope Nick's okay. We haven't heard from him in a while.
No, he was bogged down on the Appalachian Highway, which at the time that I got that message, I had just finished one parent meeting about the football team and was about to start another one. And I wanted to jump in on there and be like, hey, I noticed that this Appalachian Highway that you refer to is nowhere near me. Just point that out yet again. So there you go. But I was like, yeah, maybe he's actually hurt.
No, he's fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we looked it up. Yeah, no, we've talked to him, man. He's okay. He's okay. We would never.
He could have just been in shock.
He could be in the desert.
He could be. Maybe he was on his way out here to visit me. Doubt it, though.
Yeah. He never stops and says hi.
No, be like, you picked a bad time to come out and visit. I have to work every day till 5.
Yeah. It's that season, Kendo.
Hell yeah, dude. It's football season. The old ball coach here.
All right, what's the report, Coach Kendo? How do the fucking Chiefs look this year?
I mean, they're going to be fine. The Chiefs, they're going to go 12-5, 13-4. Probably go to maybe the AFC Conference Championship game again. Hopefully they don't play like a fucking bunch of pussies in the second half and blow it. But we'll see.
We will see. Dion, what are you expecting? 0-13 for the Lions?
No, I'd say this year Lions do a very respectable 6-11.
Oh, dude, I would have said like, I was thinking more like 8 and 9. I'm thinking you guys are pushing 500.
Listen, I think that Jared Goff can be better than what expected, but he's never going to be anything more than Jared Goff. And
There's that.
New receiver is a rookie. Hawkinson's going to be getting better, but again,
you
got
that new quarterback waiting in the wings too.
Yep. Listen, and Swift is a bad mamma jamma, but again, and the line is supposed to be healthy, but we just don't have a superstar just yet. And right now, you gotta have those. You
got Penis Swollen or whatever his name is, that lineman. He's good.
It's a great name, but he's not a superstar.
No, not yet. But so, Dion, here's a little reason to be optimistic. Last year, I thought the Lions unironically actually had a pretty good season. The record didn't reflect it, but they were involved and closely competing in every game they were in for the most part. There's a couple of lopsided ones, but like they had a lot of like 3-point losses and things like that.
Tie with the Steelers, and the Steelers made the playoffs.
Hell yeah! That's only because of the new playoff format. Let's be fair, because
he probably threatened one of the refs' daughters. That Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger got pecker slapped hard in that opening game against the Chiefs. So we'll go with that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the Lions will be okay because they're making some improvements. Plus, your division, dude. Minnesota doesn't know who the hell they are half the time. The Chicago Bears still think they're good, but they're not because Justin Fields ain't the real deal. And Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers is too busy shit talking his receivers. So
hey, I didn't even tune into the primetime level game of the fucking Bears versus the Seahawks tonight. So I should have checked out my boy Geno fucking Smith.
Well, I'm just hoping the Bengals do as well as they did last year.
Well,
not choke at the Super Bowl.
Fucking good.
Joe Burrow, I mean, he had to go get surgery the other day.
Yeah, but he's going to be ready by the start of the season. That dude is. They're like, oh, we almost ended his career by not having an offensive line, and he tore his fucking kneecaps out of his fucking body. They're going to do whatever they can to keep that dude fucking healthy, dude. And
they're smart, they are.
They're going to be fucking good.
It's like, yo, you need a line. Look what happened to the Chiefs when they didn't have a line. They got fucking raffle stomped in the big game of all games.
Yep. Pay the fat boys. You got to pay the fat boys.
It's like, all right, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're 3-point favorites. I'm like, how? They're missing both their starting tackles.
Yep.
Against the number one defense. This is going to be a long game. 5 minutes in, I was double barreling beers. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long game. I don't want to remember this shit, and I don't. I drank a case of beer that night. One of my proudest achievements.
I'm going to need a couple beers if I'm ever going to try to watch. Actually, I'm not going to watch She-Hulk, Dion. That's for you. So, Dion, Kendo, we're going to play a little game. Folks in the chat, we want you to play along, too. We love to laugh, and we love to talk about geek culture and nerd culture. We also like to, reimagine it in our own way. So we're going to take a famous Star Wars quote, and we're going to put "you little bitch" at the end of it, and we're going to see where that goes. Now, if the folks at home, you can play along, too, with us. All you got to do is type in your Star Wars quote and "you little bitch," and we'll read them, and we'll all we'll have fun. But I'm trying to think of a good way to start. How about let's start at the beginning. Star Wars Episode 1. The ability to speak does not make you intelligent, you little bitch.
There's always a bigger fish, you little bitch.
Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter, you little bitch.
That's such a good one. You have failed me for the last time, Admiral Niet, you little bitch.
Mm-hmm. General Veers, prepare your men, you little bitch.
Yes, Lord Vader. The ship will be down in moments. You may start your landing, you little bitch.
No disintegrations, you little bitch.
Ha! I love you, you little bitch. I know, bitch.
You little bitch. There we
go.
Put Captain Solo on board, you little bitch.
I am not a committee, you little bitch.
Great, kid. Don't get cocky, you little bitch.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought, you little bitch.
Oh, let's see.
Hey, down there. Could you give us a hand with this, you little bitches?
Strike me down in anger, and I'll always be with you. Just like, oh, God, I'm not going to quote The Last Jedi. Ugh.
Strike me down, and I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine, you little bitch.
Now this is pod racing, you little bitch.
Finally, we'll have our vengeance. Finally, we'll destroy the Jedi, the little bitches.
Do it, you little bitch.
I got a bad feeling about this, you little bitch.
That's every movie.
It's over, Anakin, you little bitch. I've got the high ground.
My powers have doubled since we last met, you little bitch.
These aren't the droids you're looking for, you little bitch.
Anakin,
Hey,
you're
there's no
breaking my
droids
heart,
here.
you little bitch.
Oh, let's quote this one.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to, you little bitch.
Kylo Ren.
Hey, don't you bring that bad juju around here.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Leia, bitch.
I forgot about that fucking scene. Guardians 2 had some good moments.
It did. And it gave us a great quote that we were able to use to make fun of Star Wars The Last Jedi with.
I mean, any day you can make fun of The Last Jedi, it's a good day.
God, I will never forget spending money to see that movie, and I look over, and there's a dude who's wearing a Star Wars shirt, and he and I look at each other, and he just puts his head in his hands. I was like, damn, it's a dark day.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father, you little bitch.
What I told you was true from a certain point of view, you little bitch.
The circle is now complete, you little bitch.
Yeah. Let's see. What's another good one? Hokey
Who's
religions
foolish?
and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid, you little bitch.
This ain't like dust and crops, you little bitch.
Let the Wookiee win, you little bitch.
Watch your mouth, you little bitch, or you'll be floating home.
Let's see. Sometimes I even amaze myself, you little bitch.
Ray, you little bitch.
My personal favorite is you little bitch. I mean, that could be any scene from any fucking movie.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Just like his father, he is the little bitch. Ben, tell him I'm ready. Tell him I'm a little bitch.
No, I'm afraid this station will be quite operational when your friends get here, you little bitch.
Arrive.
Whatever.
We have the folks in the chat. Send us your best little bitch titles. It doesn't have to be Star Wars. The Darkest Night has Some Men Just Want to Watch the World Burn, you little bitch. And that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I bet you
Anakin,
have, little bitch. That's so good.
If Kendo was in Star Wars, he'd play R2-D2. Beep boop, bitch. I'll be right back. I need to grab a drink.
Fair.
R2 language.
Let's see. Trying to think of another one. That's another good one.
Jabba, last chance. Free us or die, you little bitch.
Yeah, that's a good one. Boba Fett, where, you little bitch?
God, I laugh at that every fucking time I see that part.
Boba Fett, where?
Who are you? Someone who loves you, you little bitch.
This deal keeps getting worse every time, you little bitch.
I've altered the deal. Pray I don't alter any further, you little bitch.
Ah, that's even better. Lando's not a system. He's a man, you little bitch.
I think that's my favorite. No, it's not a system. He's a man, you little bitch. Like, just imagine this. There's like that whole portion of Empire. It's just Han treating Leia like shit the whole time.
Oh shit!
I'm a nice guy, you little bitch.
You could use a good kiss, you little bitch.
Oh, shit. That's my new favorite. I can arrange that. You can use a good kiss, you little bitch. Like, that is definitely what like a dude says to his girlfriend when they had a fight, like at the bar, in front of all their friends, and he's leaving. I can arrange that. You can use a good kiss, you little bitch.
That's my favorite one too.
That adds a little extra to that scene.
It does. It really, you get a little taste of it, a little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle.
You get that dig in there. It's like, not only am I going to insult you for being a prude, but I'm going to call you a bitch at the same time.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh shit! You could use a good kiss, you little bitch. Holy
Thank you,
shit,
Dr. Coffin Nails.
You little bitch.
You little bitch. No one would. Dion, you and the keep it a secret line. That's like your favorite.
It might be my favorite line out of all of Star Wars, just because Attack of the Clones, Attack of the Clones. But...
We could keep it a secret, you little bitch.
It just sounds so inappropriate. Oh fuck, we can keep it a secret, you little bitch.
Are you an angel, you little bitch?
I mean, Padme kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. She was kind of being a little bitch.
It was one of the shittiest love stories of all time.
Is it better than Twilight?
I've never watched Twilight.
I don't know about that.
Dion.
I only watched the first one.
But, okay, well, was the Padme Anakin love story over those 3 movies better than the first Twilight movie love story?
100% yes. Still
okay,
better than Twilight.
See, there you go. Asked and answered. You little bitch.
You little bitch.
Bitch.
We do not give you the rank of master, you little bitch. That's just flat out mean. I like that one.
Oh, do or do not. There is no try, you little bitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Fear is the path to the dark side, you little bitch.
Mm-hmm. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering, you little bitch.
When 900-year-olds you reach, look as good you will not, you little bitch. There you go.
I am the Senate, you little bitch.
I'm Rey Skywalker, you little bitch.
That one should be directed the other way. The old lady should have been like, "Who are you, you little bitch?"
I'm Rey Skywalker. What up, Nick?
What's up?
Hey, the hero of the Appalachian Highway.
Yeah. How many did you save?
Yeah.
White people or Native Americans? What are we talking about here?
How much dick to mouth resuscitation did you have to give?
Thankfully, none. But I did get directions from a Native American. But I gave him some money for some firewater. I think he's all right.
No, they do enjoy it.
So, you missed learning that Queen Elizabeth is now non-binary.
Yeah. Not the new one, the old one.
Well, it was nice knowing you. I'm gonna get off the podcast.
All right,
you
folks,
the planet?
Folks, we have an open position. Go ahead and send your applications.
No, Kendo. I'm getting off this one. I'll be back next week, you bastard.
Oh, well, get back on that Appalachian Express and save some more natives.
So, folks, full transparency, Dion had to step away for a minute, so we're going to take a moment to catch up with Nick. Nick, you saw your movies Bodies, and you liked it pretty much, correct?
Yeah, it was by I'm pretty sure it was by A24. I want to make sure of that. But I was worried about it because I heard mixed things, but I wanted to check it out and see what it was about. And I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it is. Okay, it's A24 stage 6. Okay. It's basically the entire movie just shits on Gen Z so hard. And it's amazing. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. And when it gets to the end, it's even more satisfying. It's just kind of like, of course it's this way.
I might have to give it a watch. I try to see a lot of shit in theaters.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I went to go watch it in theaters. Like it there was a point in the movie where I had to not laugh out loud because there was only 4 of us in the fucking theater. But it was just them complaining about, and mind you, all the kids, all the actors you all the characters you see in the trailer, they're all fucking rich, mansions, money, Bentleys, Maseratis, like fucking rich. That's their characters, and they're all complaining about their lives. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you do that?
First world problems, bro.
It's fucking beyond that almost. Like it was funny because one of the girls was like, you know, so she was complaining about, like, you know, it's like, oh, I started a podcast. It's really difficult to start a podcast. I'm like,
I mean, if she needs help, she can call World Class Bullshitters. We've been doing it for a while.
it was kind of funny because she was complaining about it. I was like, God damn it. But I mean, there's a lot of things they were complaining about too, about like one of them having a coke problem or whatever and going to rehab and all.
I understand that one.
One of them was an actress and wasn't very good at it, and you know, it was just like the whole gamut of characters you just like want to, like, as soon as you meet them, you hate them and want them to die immediately, and I'm just like, I'm okay with that. I'm entirely fine with that. And you know, slowly by slowly they get picked off, and you know, then you realize what's happening in the end, and it's wonderful. It's good. I liked it.
So it's something we wouldn't watch for Schlocktober, though, right?
I wouldn't. It's not. I mean, it's a little too artsy for that kind of thing. We want like sleeves. We want like, you know, we want something 80s, something that's fun.
Yeah,
something like that. You know, I wouldn't
nudity and violence.
There you go. Yeah, and like that's one thing is there's no nudity in that movie, and that was kind of the little bit of downfall. I was like, really? Come on, man.
That's what happens when you get these fucking movies made by these crusaders.
Well, it wasn't really a crusade. I mean, they were just like shitting on them hardcore. So,
how do you guys feel about the remake of Jurassic Park, which features the line "Life finds a way, you little bitch"?
It's a different tone to that movie.
Is it better or worse?
You know, I think it's kind of better. I like that. I'd like that a lot better. You know, a verbally aggressive Dr. Ian Malcolm. I could live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he would be hitting on dude's wife even harder than.
Call her a big bitch. It's a big pile of shit, you little bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh, so
you bet that wasn't a horror movie.
What, Deuce Bigalow?
Yeah.
Haven't you seen the sequel? It kind of is.
Oh God,
no, I haven't. I stopped at the first one. I'm like, I don't think they can really outdo the first one, so we're gonna go ahead and give them their W and pretend the next one doesn't happen.
So, Deuce Bigalow is, I won't call it a guilty pleasure, but I do like the first Deuce Bigalow. But that second one, holy crap, is it bad?
It's fun. Do the initials TJ mean anything to you? I don't know. Turkey jizz?
Oh, man.
So, were you ever a Rob Schneider fan? Because there was a window of time where I was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was The Animal. There was Deuce Bigalow. Dare I say Surf Ninjas? Anybody remember that movie? Anybody?
Saw it in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Sega Game Gear, though. I was a little jealous.
Yeah. Dude, I go back to fucking Saturday Night Live, you know. I enjoyed him on Saturday Night Live. That's the first time I knew who Rob Schneider was. Kid Kendo watching the fucking copy guy. Rende, making copies. Rama. I mean, that was my introduction. I'm like, this guy's funny as hell.
I think my first introduction was the Beverly Hill. Well, no, it couldn't have been that because I saw Surf Ninjas as a kid. But Beverly Hillbillies is one that I watched a lot as a kid. I don't know why.
Well, how about Home Alone 2?
Yeah, I was gonna say he was the butler in Home, or the bellhop in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have enough tip. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Which means something entirely different today.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you have enough tip, Rob Schneider. Good for you. So it really shits the bed with Home Alone. Never mind. We're not going to go down that path. Wait till Christmas, folks. We'll talk about Home Alone then.
We'll leave that alone for right now.
We'll broadcast live from I don't know, Kevin McAllister's Deli.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister's Deli.
There is a deli in the St. Louis area. Multiple. They're called McAllister's. We could just say it's Kevin McAllister's.
Yeah, I love McAllister's Deli. we'll save a food talk for later, folks. We're going to be adding some new Food Smackdown to Patreon this weekend. But, yeah. I get hungry every time I upload those.
Well, there is a reason for that. I'm right now kind of, bemoaning the fact that I left my fucking Lay's chili lemon or lime flavors out in the damn car.
Well, Jeff, quit doing California shots and listening to those, those segments.
California,
here we come. That fucking show sucked. There.
Huh. Oh, well, you're a little bitch. We're all little bitches. Little bitch talk.
Wait, I want to go to Abe Froman's Deli.
Yeah, Abe Froman's Deli would be good. Dr. Coffin knows I very well might.
I like this from Ben Parker. So, Jeff, if we make 1,000 likes, do we get a new Good Morning Pop Culture, you little bitch? Yeah, you do. You're going to be getting that sooner than you think. I'm going to be trying to balance the schedule doing that, but I got a new idea for a segment and a desire to reconnect. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. But again, folks, all the extra streams will have to get delisted, and we'll put them on our secondary channel. We'll get that monetized, and we'll be able to have all of that at your fingertips all the time. Doxy Mama, just adjust the tips. Head Case Laboratory. I am the Sith, you little bitch. If anyone needs "you little bitch" added onto their Star Wars quotes, it's Palpatine, because everything he fucking says.
Oh no, yeah,
you little bitch on it.
Yeah, that would be super condescending.
Yeah, he has a lot of very aggressive dialogue.
I'm gonna pull up some of that,
especially in that voice he has. Yeah, that would work really well.
All right, so let's pull up the best Palpatine quotes, because my mouth is not dry, and we'll see what we have here. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, you little bitch?
That's a good one.
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side, you little bitch.
Yeah.
I got it down.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design, you little bitch.
Talking to fucking everybody.
Yeah. There's a great disturbance in the Force, you little bitch. Young fool, only now at the end do you understand, you little bitch. Oh no, my young Jedi, you will find that it is you who are mistaken about a great many things, you little bitch. So, shit like "I have died before, you little bitch," or "this will be the final word in the story of Skywalker, you little bitch." Aren't that cool? You like that one?
Yeah, because I mean, this is the final, whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking end the Skywalkers," and then he calls him a bitch. So I mean, there you go. I like it.
How about this one? Execute Order 66, you little bitch. And then I'll just read number 1. Power! Unlimited power! You little bitch. Just, right there. And then boom! Out the fucking window! Oh, man. God, this has been fun. Folks, thank you for joining us so far. When Dion gets back, we're going to continue with our final topics. Guys, I have a question for you. If the FBI were to raid Buffalo Jeff's establishment, what would they find?
I mean, I could name things off of what is it, the Ted Gein character, or that guy.
Yeah, no, don't lie. It's not Ed Gein. It's just the shit that you have in your room within arm's reach. So it's like, hey, skin lamp.
Listen. It's art, Jeff. It's fucking art. Okay, that's what I call it.
Nick has a woman suit. We know this now. Confirmed. Goodbye horses, Nick. Goodbye horses.
Yeah, I'll send that video directly to your phone, you little bitch.
R.I.P. Q Lazarus.
Yeah. Wait, Q Lazarus died?
Yeah, today. Seriously.
No fucking way.
Yep, she's gone, man.
She's lying over you.
That's why I thought you made the joke about
No!
wow, when you Google Q Lazarus, American former singer. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, former singer. Yeah, Diane Lucky, also known as Q Lazarus, was an American singer. Q Lazarus singer dead. No, she's been dead for a while. This says July 19th. No, not this. No, okay, somebody messed up because on Wikipedia, a reliable source that it is, has Diane Lucky December 12th, apparently not very lucky, December 12th, 1960 to July 19th, 2022. But then on the other little page on here, it shows that born in 1960 in Neptune Township, died August 17th, 2022. So nobody knows what happened to this person. Except
and there's articles from places like Entertainment Weekly that are posting it, NewJersey.com, because the entire state wouldn't lie to you, and Yahoo. So it's like everyone keeps reporting that she has died. Who was it last week that died, but they didn't get it right?
It was the guy from Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Clu Gallagher.
Yep.
But wasn't there another actor that also had died, like Tony Dow or somebody else? They were like, yeah, he's dead.
Yes, Tony Dow.
It was died the next day. Okay.
Yeah, they came out. His publicist came out and said that Tony Dow had died, and everyone's like, no, he's not dead. He's still alive. And then he died a couple of days later. And I said, damn, man, Wally Cleaver's dead. Oh, by the way, I have him on my Deadpool list. So points. So now, but hey, you know what? I do know what song needs to end the show on Podbean or whatever it is. There you go, Jeff. Put Goodbye Horses on there.
I'm breaking up Axel Foley month.
It's a special event. I mean, how often does Q Lazarus going to die and gives us an excuse to play Goodbye Horses?
Well, it's not that you ever need an excuse to play Goodbye Horses, but yes, I will make that happen. So, folks, if you're listening to this in the future and you hear Goodbye Horses, thank Kendo. It was his doing.
Goodbye Horses, you little bitch. Flying over you, little bitch. I said no, sir. You little bitch. You must be wrong.
Oh, no. I must disagree.
You little bitch.
The good thing is with you constantly saying that, YouTube will not flag this this video, hopefully.
No, plus it's timely. We're this is a tribute segment to Q Lazarus.
The only one you're gonna find on the internet tonight, folks, in memoriam, Q Lazarus, sometime to 2022. I mean,
Natural Average Nerd does not know what this song is.
Really?
He does not
Have you
know
ever
what
seen
Goodbye Horses.
You gotta watch Clerks 2.
Yeah, or The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it came from.
Let's see. I sent you some fan art many weeks ago. Hey, Ben Parker, could you resend it? Because I do not remember. But I'd love to check it out.
Should have been forwarded to you. Let me check the mail real quick.
Yeah.
Goodbye Horses. Sorry, guys. In honor of Q Lazarus, everyone tuck your junk before you go to bed and dance in front of the mirror.
Amen. You fuck me.
I fuck me hard.
Kendo, do me a favor. Pick a number between 1 and 69 because we have new buttons and we have some super chats we have to read.
You know what? Give me Al Bundy's football number, 33.
You wanted a 33? You got it.
At least you avoided the canopy.
Ow! I pulled up the mail and I'm starting to go through these things, and as soon as I heard the opening chords to the Danger Zone, I immediately looked right back up. I was like, oh dear. But then the whole that's the best part.
You know,
dies.
We have another Steiner Math equivalent, by the way. I made a new one of those. We do. So, folks, you know what to do. I just want to press that again.
The thing that sucks, okay, so the big takeaway from this that I'm like, oh, that is awful, is that when he ejects his he's essentially horizontal parallel to the ground. So he's being launched out of his plane to be ejected, but he's just being like shot out. So I don't know how much space he's going to have to open up his chute.
That should open up really quick though, because you can see him. He's like really close to the ground.
He's like, "Fuck!" God, that's got to be scary.
Yeah. He waited like the last second to fucking pull the eject button.
Well, he was pinned forward. He was in a flat spin, headed out to sea. Oh wait, no, that was Maverick.
So we have our friend Joey the Lazy One who says, not Star Wars related, Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility, you little bitch.
Uncle Ben, you little bitch.
That's a really tough love, Uncle Ben.
Peter, you little bitch. And then he dies in his arms. Aunt May, it's like, Aunt May, Uncle Ben died for being the only person to do the right thing that night, you little bitch. And she stares at him with such disdain in her eyes.
I forgot where that's my problem, you little bitch.
Dude, imagine how the Power Rangers would have been Dion if it was just morphin' time, you little bitch. And then they just say it's like pterodactyl.
It's a different TV show.
Nice outfit. Did your husband get that for you, you little bitch?
Oh, man. Meat. A nice box of Christmas meat. But I never said he had a job, you little bitch. J. Jonah Jameson. Dion, have I ever told you that running joke between my mom and I about the first Spider-Man movie?
No.
So we have this thing where I'll quote shit all the time, and she'll pick up on it because I'll, do it incessantly. But anytime she would ask me what I'd want for Christmas or a gift or anything, I would go, meat, a nice box of Christmas meat, just randomly quoting Spider-Man. So a couple of weeks ago, she sent me a case of Omaha steaks, and in the notes it said, a nice box of Christmas meat from J. Jonah Jameson. I put it, it's on my fridge. I'll send you a picture later.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Now, folks, that is a wonderful story. And if you would like to relive that type of story, you could get yourself a box of meat, a big box of Christmas meat, by joining us at Omaha Steaks.
By using code WCBS at the checkout, you'll save 59% today and today alone for the next 12 seconds. And if you do that, well, you're going to be eating good. So, folks, that is code WCBS. We just have word that the promo code is over, so go to Omaha Steaks another time. But let's continue on with the show.
Raise the stakes. Omaha Steaks.
I had no plug intended, but I had those for dinner last night. Good eating, Clark. Xavier to God, thank you very much. We have our first Fuck, Marry, Kill of the night, boys. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Laserdisc, VHS, and DVD.
Fucking VHS, marrying DVD, and I'm killing Laserdisc.
Oh yeah, that's the supreme answer, because you're gonna fuck VHS for the nostalgia of what it was like to be a kid and get a videotape that you were so excited to watch. But you're marrying DVD because that was the new improved thing, and they had always awesome fucking extra features on that disc that you just don't get with Blu-ray anymore. And then you're killing Laserdisc because those things were fucking dumb.
Yeah, they were pretty much like giant CDRs. And for some movies you needed like two of them double-sided to like even play a movie, so it's ridiculous.
So I look back kindly on Laserdisc, even though I own Laserdiscs, but I never watched one at my home. So I'm going to marry DVDs, fuck VHS, and kill Laserdisc. But Kendo, I'm glad you brought up the DVD supplemental features. I miss those so much. Like,
they're the best part of the DVD.
I know this is unpopular around this sphere, but you know who had the best fucking DVDs back in the day?
The DVD store?
No,
I was going to say...
Kevin Smith?
I was going to say Kevin Smith. Every DVD
true.
had a shitload of features.
Yeah.
I think he copied that from Lloyd Kaufman.
Did he? I thought he beat Lloyd Kaufman to it.
He may have, but I know. Like, well, when Lloyd Kaufman got into DVDs, like he did the exact same thing, where like they were jam packed with stuff. I think there was even a feature length version of like the behind the scenes stuff of each movie he made. So
good. That's how DVDs need to be.
Oh no, I 100% agree that needs to happen. I know, what was it? The Eurotrip DVD was chock full, and whenever they made the Blu-ray, nothing transferred over. I was like, this is bullshit.
Oh yeah, dude. I had a few DVDs like that I bought, and it had extra bonus shit on there, and then you get the Blu-ray, and it's like none of it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, for the sum of $8.80 plus $5 shipping, we can get a very good pre-owned copy of Stephen King's The Langoliers on Laserdisc.
Oh shit!
Wait. For $9.99 and $5 shipping, we can get Tales from the Hood widescreen edition Laserdisc.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
do you remember
when people were complaining about the black bars on the bottom and the top of the screen? Do you remember that shit?
Yeah,
yes, they were dumb.
Kind of thing.
Oh my god.
They've got the Burbs, but it's $32 because that's actually a really good movie that everybody's going to want to collect.
I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive, you little bitch.
Hello. Here we go. Top Gun Laserdisc, full screen format, excellent condition.
What's the price?
$3.98.
Let's see how much the Beverly Hills Cop Laserdisc goes for. I have like
Fuck.
6
I'm
copies.
gonna end up buying Top Gun on Laserdisc tomorrow morning when I get up. I know I am because I don't have it on Laserdisc.
You don't have it on Laserdisc.
I've got it on videotape. I've got it on DVD. I've got it on Blu-ray. I don't have it on Laserdisc.
I need to get this release of Beverly Hills Cop, the widescreen edition. Ooh, it's got THX sound and it's brand new, mint in the wrapper.
Nice.
What's the price?
$34.77.
That's actually not bad considering it's new in the thing and it's a Laserdisc. Because there was a time about 20 years ago where Laserdisc collecting became a thing.
Well, this guy's got the same one, brand new in the wrapper for $20. So I'm gonna get this one. Oh, Beverly Hills Cop. We can't do this on air. I'll never get through the show.
Yeah, it's like opening a big bad toy store on air. It's like nothing will get done.
Yeah, but people like to hear us hanging out and spending
Down the
money on
street.
shit we don't need.
Yeah. As we have a random background of Coruscant have a stroke on air right now.
Yeah.
Esther Tremozoid says, I'll take Uncle Ben, you little bitch. All right, well, you want an Uncle Ben button? Ask and you shall receive. You are all... well, hold on, shit. I'd love to press it quicker, but, I have to switch brands. We have so many buttons here on the channel that we have to go through different brands. So you wanted an Uncle Ben. Where is he at?
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Uncle Ben. The best part is the thought bubble where like Peter's sitting there eating and he looks up and the thought bubble is Diglett and he smiles.
I mean, it's a nice Pokemon. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, pretty useless in the game.
He looks like a turd.
It is.
Who was your favorite Pokemon back in the day?
Oh shit. Marowak. I used Marowak a lot and Kadabra.
I had a Pikachu that was level 100, so you could use Thunder on rock Pokemon and still hurt it.
Nice.
But I liked Scyther for a while.
Yeah, Scyther was cool. Yeah, when I got, what was it, Pokemon Sun, the one that came out like 5 or so years ago on 3DS, I ended up fucking running through the entire game with just, I got a Cubone, turned him into a Marowak, was very happy, and then that just became like my fucking beast Pokemon because the Bonerang thing that he throws his bone boomerang, that was like OP in that game, and I was just fucking mowing down everybody, and he was only like level 60. I was like, this game is broken, but I'm winning.
Let's see what else the audience had said. S.A. Troublesway, thank you very much. John Thomas says, shouldn't Yoda have mentioned the whole Force lightning to Luke? Maybe the dummy wouldn't have tossed his lightsaber.
I mean, it's a good point.
Yeah, that is a bit of a
Yoda
plot
knew about
hole.
it.
Yeah, because Yoda encountered it before.
The Jedi have a terrible memory. They're like, hey, you're going to have to go do this thing. It's like, Obi-Wan, if you would have told me this hack, I could have got through it in 3 moves instead of, losing my fucking hand, but thanks.
No.
Now I have a robot hand, but I still can't feel it. Can't feel it at all.
And then when he died from forcing too hard, his Terminator hand didn't fall down and clank on the rocks. It died and disappeared with him for some reason.
That was weird. I call bullshit on that.
Well, think about it.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, because when Obi-Wan dies and becomes Force ghosted, like all of his clothes and his cloak and everything fall to the floor. But then, like when Luke dies, the only thing that happens is his little like robe thing just kind of flutters in the breeze. It's like, wait, he Force ghosted with his clothes on? That's weird.
It's a different time, man. It's a different Force. Okay.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, he was too good at it. And he forced way too hard, and he died, and he took his clothes and his Terminator hand with him. Because that's what, I want to know, because when we saw Force Ghost Luke, he never did the Chubbs Peterson thing where he waves and says, "Look, Happy, I got my hand back." Did Luke get his hand back after he died and Force ghosted?
No, man, no. That was his plight in the afterworld. He still had his robot hand in the afterlife.
I've only seen The Rise of Skywalker. Did we watch it for the channel?
Yeah, you came to Cincinnati for it. We rented Camp Kidney.
No. I mean, I saw it in movie theaters. I was there because I remember thinking Dion was going to get us bounced, and that would be the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought we were getting kicked out.
I was like, Dion's going to get us kicked out. Good. Then we don't have to watch this movie, and the stream afterwards is going to be even better because we'll have a good story to tell about it. The movie was so bad, we got thrown out for jeering it. No, I thought we did. We never did a drunk commentary for it?
No, we will. He said we're going to do all 9 of them, so that'll be a thing.
I only agreed to do a drunk commentary for Star Wars. I don't remember saying the whole saga. Yeah, fuck it.
We'll have to go back and listen to the recording, but at least we'll get the first one in.
Check the tape, God damn it.
Check the tape. No, we could do all 9 because actually I want to know. That's gonna keep me awake tonight. When Luke, forced too hard and died, when he's a Force ghost in episode 9, I do remember that. We never get to see whether or not he's got 2 hands.
Hey, hold on a second, Dion. You forgot to mention during She-Hulk, they brought up a whole thing about Captain America being a virgin.
Yeah, I mean, I actually laughed at that part a little bit. Which I don't know how that was a thing in that universe, but they actually did kind of fun. Like she's pretending to be all drunk and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really care if Captain America was a virgin, but I'm gonna go with he wasn't because he probably banged Agent 13 at some point.
Yeah,
on the run.
Clearly.
I don't care, but I just didn't know that was a thing. I am sorry. John Thomas, though, thank you very much. Yeah, Yoda should have been better. Obi-Wan should have been better. Everybody should have been better. Luke should have been better about telling people. It's like, look, I have the Force. Couldn't you just, give me some plot armor?
Yeah.
Overkill 161 says, there is another Skywalker. Beach, little you are. Adrian Vergara, what's up? He says, "Fuck Mary." Ooh, Salma Hayek, J-Lo, Sofia Vergara. Oh,
what?
That's hard, man. You can't lose. You can't win either.
No. Oh shit. So I'm killing J-Lo of these 3. But now I'm stuck on who I want to marry: Salma Hayek or Sofia Vergara, because you can't. There's.
It's no. The answer's obvious. You marry Salma Hayek. You marry Salma Hayek. You always marry Salma Hayek.
Yeah. The question is, what country would I rather go to, Colombia or Mexico? Rather go to.
Well,
Mexico.
why? Wait, hold on. Why is it even a thing?
Because maybe they wanted to take me home to their home country to visit their family sometime. I don't know, but Mexico's closer to America than Colombia, so I'm marrying Salma Hayek.
I will.
It's a weird way of looking at it, but all right.
I like how he just goes America, not North America. It's not like it's all America or anything.
Yeah,
America,
the real America,
the real America. Mexico's America's shoe, and Canada's America's hat.
I don't want to go out without my shoes, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially in California. That's true. There's
needles everywhere.
Needles.
Needles and all kinds of fun things.
Shit.
Literal.
of varying creatures.
Yeah.
I will answer Adrian's question easily. I'll kill J-Lo because I don't want her to
Listen, man, she needs that one last stone, and she'll be Thanos. I swear to God.
She's almost got as many rings as Tom Brady.
Yeah.
She sucks just as much as he does. But she's going to die. And then I'm going to marry Sofia Vergara because she seems like a lot more fun than Selma Hayek.
Yeah, but Selma Hayek is in her 50s, and she still has it all held together really well.
Sofia Vergara's in her 40s, and there's no sign of her slowing down.
I know.
Sofia Vergara is 50.
Okay, well, they're both holding it together really well, and there's no wrong answer here.
No, we all win.
One way or another, you are going to be getting screamed at in Spanish by a big woman.
Yeah.
And you're only going to know a few of those words.
But you're going to be happy.
Enough to get the gist of what she's mad at you about and calling you.
I always love when Keno like a little bit of real life leaks into the fuck, marry, kills. It's like, calm down, buddy.
I've never been yelled at in Tagalog. I mean, and even then, if she could, I'd be like, look, I know like 4 words.
Well, I know some more. Folks, we actually want to give a quick shout out to our buddy Miss Ninja Julian. Dr. Coffindale sent in a message that says, Miss Ninja Julian, who's in bed sick with a fever tonight, get well soon, Mod Brother Supreme. Yes, folks, send some love to Miss Ninja Julian over in the WCBS fan group. Go over and join the WCBS fan group. We're over on Facebook. We have our page, which is about, 5,000 people that follow it. But go join the group. We're getting closer to 2,000, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a good... I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't really require much work. Everyone kind of is cool and is excellent to each other, just like the videos say. So if you want more WCBS content and a place to hang out, we are over there, and a lot of big listeners are over there, too. So join the community and hang out with us.
Tell them Large Marge sent you.
Large Marge?
Dude, maybe that's what we should do. Like, to screen the people that actually listen to the show. Because, like, instead of having, like, just a simple questionnaire that somebody could fake, we should just put that in there. Like, what in the comment box, what is the code for getting into this? Large Marge sent me. All right, you're in.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix that right now.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be amazing. Cesario Japan, Caesar Jorpin says, Joe Rogan growling button, you little biatch. You got it. You want the Joe Rogan growling button.
So have you ever done DMT?
You know, we have a new Joe Rogan button. Should I press it?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Where is... Oh, wait, no, we don't have a new Joe Rogan button. We have a new one of these.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh! Oh, we have just seen.
That right there is almost as incredible as the fact that I went to the group page to change that, and we literally just got a request from a wonderful person to join, and they are sort of in the same neighborhood. I've actually been to their hometown numerous times because of a certain restaurant that is located there that you can only find in that part of the country. Well, adjacent to me.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
Jollibee Natayo.
There we go. Now we have one from our friend SH Rebels 08. Oh, here we go. We're gonna start getting hungry now. Fuck, marry, kill. Krispy Kreme, Shipley Donuts, or Dunkin' Donuts.
I've never had a Shipley Donuts.
Yeah, I never had Shipley. Never had Shipley.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Shipley. Fucking Krispy Kreme, marrying Duncan, killing Shipley.
Yeah.
Marrying Krispy Kreme, killing Dunkin'. Sorry, marrying Krispy Kreme, fucking Dunkin', killing Shipley.
Fucking Krispy Kreme. I'm marrying Dunkin' Donuts to help my friend Nick out, and I'm just gonna wave at Shipley Donuts, and I'm not gonna kill it because I don't know whether or not you're any good. So it'd be wrong of me to judge you without ever having, tasted you.
Tasted your sweet creams.
That's right. I never tasted you, so I can't judge you. There we go, Jeff. There's a t-shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's how. Don't judge us till you taste us.
Yeah, that's how Kendo meets you whenever you meet him at a convention or in person for the podcast. That's what he says to you.
That is incorrect, but we could change that.
You just look. We should all start wearing our suits to the shows now to scare people. We'll look like lawyers.
Our actual lawyer would be underdressed then.
That's true.
There you go.
He's as casual as they
You'd
get.
be like, what the fuck? I'm just like, you didn't get the memo? What the hell, man? Come on,
dude. We said
He'll be like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, he probably keeps it in his trunk just in case, you know.
So I looked up Shipley Donuts. I will not kill this place because they have way more varieties than Krispy Kreme. So I'm gonna fuck this place. Okay, I'm gonna fuck a stranger. I'm gonna go fuck Shipley Donuts. I'm gonna marry Dunkin' because they have more than just donuts. And Krispy Kreme, that's all. Grumpy old bastard, what is up, my friend? He says, when 900 years old you reach look as good, you will not, you little bitch. Thank you.
So it is now official, folks. If you want to join the official World Class Bullshitters fan page on Facebook, there's only one question that is being asked of you, and it is, what is the secret password? If you're listening, you know the secret password is tell them Large Marge sent you. Or any variation of that. That is close.
Yeah.
Because if you're like, Large Marge sent me, you're in.
Still answer all the questions, though, folks. Grumpy old bastard, thank you very much for that. Folks, Yoda calling you a bitch is probably the most cathartic thing you'll hear all day. Xavier to God, thank you very much. Apparently Hulks can't get drunk, so no barf. They can't, you mean like barf? Like they can't puke anywhere? Well, that's good. No drunk Hulk puke. Because I've never really thought of a Hulk being drunk. Only Thor. Oh, I know who just joined the Facebook group, by the way, Kendo.
Do you?
I know her, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's cool. She's in the chat all the time, like currently in the chat. So she commented not that long ago.
Gotcha.
But
well, and Captain America can't get drunk either because of his high metabolism. So.
Yep.
And he can't get laid either.
which is really hard to believe. I don't believe one bit of that. I don't believe one bit of that.
Yeah, nor do I.
Yeah, I think that's the jokes that he's not, because Professor Hulk, like, well, he did it on the USO tour. She's like, I knew it, Captain America fucks.
It's like, what? All right, cool. Thanks.
That part was actually, I actually laughed at that part.
Well, look, I
don't know. That show, like everything I hear about that show sounds lame. I'm sorry. It just sounds more and more lame every time. Just like I'm glad I'm not watching that at all.
Yeah, just imagine if CW had Disney money.
Their shows might actually return a profit.
Exactly. Yeah, because they ain't made a motherfucking dime yet.
Yeah. They didn't make it. They didn't make money since 07 or some shit like that.
They started, 2007, yeah.
Oh my god, how do you keep putting money into a company like that and not turn up? And all of a sudden one day, like you're just like, well, we need to stop giving the money. Like, 17 years later, it's like, how does that happen? How do you?
Hey, I mean, listen, I understand running a TV studio is one thing, but it helps if you don't make shitty TV shows.
Well, yeah, this is like, I mean, there's a whole Netflix thing where they've spent $20 billion a year on content, and now they're up shit's creek because like they don't know what to do anymore. They're like, hey,
they know what to do anymore. All that, what's his name? The dude that was apparently the, creative director or whatever. They got rid of his ass, and they're shutting down a lot of these little shitty ass shows. They're like, listen, we trying to take over the world. We can't be making. It just seems like they at least realize it should be quality over quantity.
Okay. I did not mean to share the music.
got really serene there for a second.
For Netflix. It's a damn shame what happened to Netflix.
Actually, I saw an incredible meme about that earlier today that I believe it was our friend of the show, Pete, that had shared it. And it said, it was like Netflix. Why are we losing so many subscribers? Also Netflix. And it's like, he's like the movie, like he's pregnant, the cuties thing, and then something else. And it's like, yeah, there's your answer right there. Where it's like, we have no idea why we're losing so many subscribers. Oh, by the way, look at this horrible content we've pushed out there.
Yeah, I mean,
sense.
just because you have, just because you can spend that much money a year doesn't mean you should. And if you do have that kind of money, maybe write better stuff. Just saying.
Well,
You've got the money to
Hey.
hire good writers.
Well, speaking of money, real quick, our friend John Thomas sent in a huge super chat, which is going to unlock our new big button. So, Kendo, this is for you, buddy.
Rick and Scott Steiner, let me welcome you back.
Oh, Team 3D, you guys are out of your mind. Coming to Atlanta, Georgia, the place that the Steiner brothers got their start in professional wrestling. You guys are out of your mind, making it a table match, because tonight we're going to beat you at your own game. And after it's all said and done, you're going to be taking splinters out of your fat asses all night long because you got some fat asses. The only chance you have no chance, but you had a chance, is that you can run lickety split. Because you can't run because you got some fat asses. And after it's done, we're going to have a tailgate party for all my freaks out there in Atlanta, Georgia. You wanted some, you got some. This is the big time, boys. You come down that aisle, the Steiner brothers has got something for you. Ooh, it's a dog pound. Ooh.
That is incredible. I fucking my favorite part of that whole promo. If you had a chance, well, you don't have a chance, but if you had a chance,
look at
himself mid promo. It's great.
John Thomas, thank you for this massive super chat. We appreciate it. Thank you to everybody tonight for joining us as well. Actually, JL9 is the saner of the three. There was a precedent in the EU for forcing too hard. I think it was Thrawn attacks Luke's academy on Yavin 4. Students join together with one focusing and push the fleet a couple sectors away.
A couple of
sectors. It was Admiral Dalla. And yeah, they that's the first class of Jedi Knights. And one of them, they all band together and he dies, but he's on the pyre and they use the Force and they throw him almost outside the whole galaxy. So
yeah, I was about to say, big couple of sectors. That's a fucking distance.
Okay.
Yeah. That was cool. That was the first appearance of Admiral Dalla. She was Grand Moff Tarkin's side piece, and she was a cool character.
All right, hang on. Oh, so it's raining in Coruscant now. We have
it is always raining in Coruscant.
So while I appreciate the knowledge that John Thomas has bestowed upon us and allowed us to watch that wonderful, fat asses promo that we got from Scotty Steiner, I do have one issue that I have to take with this. Number one, there may have been precedent that was set in the EU, but I was told that the EU didn't matter. They didn't need to pull from any of the stuff because they had stories and stories galore. And if that was the case about the precedent of forcing too hard, you would be expecting me to believe that Rian Johnson sat down and read that story, and that's where he got the idea from. I'm sorry, his head is too round, and he had a Saturn award up his ass, so he didn't have time to read that. But thank you for sending that in, and I mean, yes, I can believe that there was precedent for it, but I can't believe that the ding-dongs in charge of Lucasfilm had read that story and was like, hey, Luke can die from forcing too hard. I read it in this book.
He popped a Jedi hemorrhoid.
He internally bled to death.
Not enough fiber in his diet.
Oh, no.
Well, that fucking walrus milk and that weird spear fishing, that'll do it. I mean, all you're doing is drinking green titty milk and eating sea fish, whatever.
There's probably a ton of mercury in that fish, So
yeah, the bigger the fish, the more
mercury?
mercury spurkery. There's bigger the fish, the more spurcury it's in it, and especially on that planet there, it clearly had a lot of it. You could tell it glowed. Mercury doesn't glow.
Luke just has a high protein, high calcium diet. He's got dense bones, but no body fat.
Yeah,
he's a strong little dude.
He's got strong bones, and he could probably gain a lot of muscle, but he just didn't work out. He didn't push it to the limit. He didn't walk amongst that razor's edge.
You know what I wanted? You remember how buff the Star Wars toys were in the 90s? I wanted that for episode 7, 8, 9. I just want fucking roided out Han, roided out Luke, and roided out Leia. Who's got the bigger chest, brother?
Yeah. That's what they should have done. They should have been like, listen, we need to talk to all three of you. Mark Hamill, you haven't been doing anything for a while, and there's a word that describes exactly what that is. Atrophy. That's what you got going on right now. So here's some roids. Go fucking, clang and bang. Harrison, Your ass is getting old. But there's one way we can reverse that. Here's some steroids. Go clang and bang. Hey, Carrie. Instead of snorting a bunch of cocaine and dying on an airplane, that's going to happen to you if you keep it up, probably in a couple years. Here's some steroids. Go clang and bang.
Oh, Kendo sounds like the worst personal trainer ever.
No,
Yeah.
that would have been
Here's
the
some
movie
steroids,
producer
clang and
that
bang.
did it. Yeah. Hey, you know The Rock? He's huge. You know how he got that huge? Apparently, he only eats egg whites and buffalo. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yep,
Okay?
at almost 50 years old.
Yeah, almost 50 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way eating just buffalo and egg whites is going to get you that big. I don't care how many fucking calories a day he eats, which is like 5,000. That's a lot, but he's probably also juicing it up and clanging and banging 3 or 4 times a day. This is what you're going to do. Just take the white ones in the morning, take the red ones in the afternoon. You'll be fine.
Well, if he drops dead pretty soon, we'll know why.
Hey, don't you dare put that bad juju on
I'm
The Rock.
just
He's got to make it to WrestleMania. I got to see him retire. Then he can do whatever he's got to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah, don't. He's got to make it to WrestleMania, but then put that bad juju on it because he's got to stop making movies.
Oh no! Look, Black Adam could be completely average.
Don't you want 3 African American Adam movies?
Thank you.
Yeah. We got to watch our language on here.
Hey, look, I saw somebody that made a very good point. The Rock always gets into these franchises, and he doesn't make it about the franchise. He makes it about himself.
Yeah, that's
so.
true.
That's what The Rock says.
That is what The Rock says. You know, he's the center of his own universe, and it works for him. He makes a lot of money doing it, but that doesn't translate to good quality films.
Yeah, but I love the wrestling.
That's true. And, you know, the same thing. You can look at it the same way. Like, you know, I liked watching Stone Cold as a wrestler. I might not like his beer. I haven't had it yet.
I have. It's pretty good.
Well, tomorrow I'll be in the city of Albuquerque, also known as the Duke City, for those of you that are keeping score at home. So I plan on stopping by the beer store and trying to find something good to drink.
TLG Screwjob, thank you very much. Thoughts on Ewan saying it was supposed to be Luke instead of Leia and Kenobi? Honestly, if it was literally the same lines and plot, I'd still hated it. Well, TLJ Screwjob, I'm working on a video about that, but I don't think there was a good reason to tell the Obi-Wan story in the first place. So,
same thing. Same thing with the Andor show. Like, we know the ending. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, it's like we didn't need the Obi-Wan show. We had grown up and we've lived the last 50 years of our lives essentially as a society, assuming that all he did was hang out on Tatooine, making sure Luke didn't get killed by a sand person.
Yeah, take roids to clang and bang, and then make sure.
That's right. He's like, I want to get into that fucking Air Force Academy that the Empire's got going on. I got to fucking roid up and clang and bang. Until Obi-Wan came along and said, "No, Luke, there's another way. You can use the Force, and Force clang and bang, and that'll build that Force muscle." Yeah, flang and flang.
Man, we have really rewritten Star Wars. It's now a fucking 1980s work. Look, it's now Rocky IV, except on the mountains of Russia.
Sure, why not?
Luke in the desert of Tatooine. There's no easy way out.
Instead of flipping tractor tires, he's flipping those little fucking hover car thing he's got and just rolling it up a hill. Punching
He's
Jawas.
just fucking. He's got moisture evaporators on his back. He's walking fucking little mountains, and as he goes into the Twin Suns at night, he's like, "Yeah, I got this shit. This one's for you, Ben."
I'm gonna go fight that commie bastard. Wait, wrong movie. I'm gonna go fight that Sith bastard.
There you go. There you go.
Gotcha, suckers. PLJ Screwjob, thank you though. Like I said, I'm gonna make a video on that, but it should have been Luke and Leia and Obi-Wan have no precedence, and it undoes the whole opening of Star Wars. General, you served my father in the Clone War, and now I need your help again. Why wouldn't she go, Obi-Wan, remember the time you saved me? Or why wouldn't Princess Leia? See, this is the bullshit. When you retcon the story, you have too many questions. Just like the Riddler says, just too many questions.
P.S. I'm 18 now.
Dude, you're turning this into Sin City. She sounds like little Nancy Callahan. Thanks for saving me, Bruce Willis.
I love you.
Don't scream, Nancy. Don't scream.
I didn't scream. That was I went on that movie on my first date in high school. That's Sin City. That was a good one. What about you, Dion? Did you see Sin City on a date in high school?
I did not. I didn't see it was on Divda.
Yeah.
I bought that shit on Divda the first day it came out.
I also bought it on Divda.
That menu music was dope as fuck.
Oh yeah. It was.
And there was one of the other glorious things about Divda, the multiple different covers. So
oh yeah,
you could buy different ones. Like my buddy Brandon, he got the Bruce Willis and Nancy one. I got the Clive Owen and what's her name, the really good looking chick that died out of nowhere.
Alexis Bledel.
No. What? No, died in real life. The blonde chick.
Oh, Brittany Murphy.
Yes. Yeah, Clive Owen and Brittany Murphy are on that one. I bought that one. So that was I like that story.
Yeah, that was a good story. I don't think the first Sin City has a bad story.
No,
the Hardigan
God,
stuff is great.
Awesome.
It's one of the best comic book movies. I'd put it in my top 10. Because I don't want to just do Marvel movie after Marvel movie. I'd break it up.
Yeah. Sin City was really good.
That's a movie I'd buy on 4K and want to watch all the fucking... It would look amazing, the higher resolution.
Oh, God, yeah. God, yeah, dude. The high contrast with 4K. Oh, jeez. Be wonderful.
I need to find out if that's available. Xavier to God has a great fuck, marry, kill. Matrix 1, John Wick 1, or Point Break.
Oh, that's pretty easy. I'm fucking John Wick 1, marrying the Matrix, and killing Point Break. I love Point Break, but I can't get rid of those.
I got to go with that too. I got to go with that as well.
Oh God. Okay, I got to marry Point Break, or no, fuck Point Break, marry John Wick, and kill the Matrix. Only because of what comes after the Matrix.
Yeah, Ken's trying to save Jesse from Free Willy. Goddamn it.
No, it's just I know it comes after Matrix 1, and it's like I have to kill it to save the rest of humanity. That's why we don't have to watch Red Erections again.
Don't you take bullet time and a random sex orgy scene from us, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made, Dion, for the greater good.
Fuck the greater good.
The greater good.
Nipples getting pinched in a S&M club.
The greater good.
And Monica Bellucci without underwear. We got it, Dion.
Amen. I'll kill to keep that safe.
I will. Oh God. So I'll.
It's tough.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna marry the Matrix. I'm gonna fuck Point Break, and I'm gonna kill John Wick 1.
Damn.
I like 2 and 3 more.
I know, but John Wick, that was like the rebirth of badass Keanu Reeves.
Now, if I kill it, that doesn't mean we don't make parts 2 and 3. It just, of these.
Technically.
Fine, if we're playing by those rules, then I'm going to fuck John Wick, marry the Matrix, and kill Point Break. But if we're just doing for one solid movie each and no impact on their further lineage, I'll stick with my original point.
See, this is the problem with this stuff. The audience has evolved. They've become sentient. Okay, and they've realized that
God, I hope
throwing shit out there like, "Hey guys, F, marry, kill, Big Mac, quarter pounder, chicken nuggets, go." It's like, no, we want to torture these guys, and we want to give them really fucking difficult choices here, and make them hate themselves for 30 seconds of internal deliberation.
By the way, somebody actually read the description. To constant drowsiness. The Batmobile has no legs like Lieutenant Dan. Yes, folks, I put random shit in the description tonight to see if anybody read it, and constant drowsiness was the first and only winner. So constant drowsiness, thank you very much for playing the weird shit. Nick, Dion, Kendo, you have a message in just a second.
All right.
So TLJ Screwjob says, Nick and Dion, fuck, marry, kill. Mankind versus Taker, Hell in a Cell, first TLC, or Razor versus Sean ladder match.
This is weird. Why me and Dion?
Because I think Jeff and I answered that one last week.
We did.
Shit. I am fucking TLC, marrying Razor Shawn Michaels, and you know what? I'm gonna marry, fuck TLC, marry Razor Shawn Michaels, and kill Hell in a Cell, Mankind, Terry, because really that match wasn't a good match until that moment. You know, they were doing crazy shit. Because so the other two are better matches.
All right, then we'll do fucking Razor and Sean ladder match, marrying TLC and then killing Hell in the Cell. There we go.
Noted. Cesario Japan says, Dylan, you son of a bitch button again.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh! Oh, we have just seen.
That reporter is trying so hard not to laugh too. She's like, "Oh shit!"
I mean, it's hard not to laugh at somebody that's that stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
By the way, I should have pressed this earlier when somebody mentioned The Matrix.
This is like that scene in The Matrix. Now, you could take the fucking red pill, right? Spend the rest of your life jacking off, crying into your chai tea, green latte, what the fuck. Or you could take the blue pill. Or was it the red pill? Anyway, take the other pill and quit being a cunt.
Which pill do you want me to take?
Just quit being a cunt, that's what I'm saying.
That is sound advice.
Yeah.
Listen, what you do is you take both pills, crush them up, and snort them. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Better living through world-class bullshitters.
Yeah.
TLJ Screwjob,
Snort
thank you very
both pills,
much.
take drugs, clang and bang.
Yeah. TLJ Screwjob says, fuck, Marry, Kill edition. Or sorry, fuck, Marry, Kill, Kurt Russell edition. Tombstone. BTL, so, what is BTLC? In
Big
Soldier.
Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China, duh. I was like, wait, that's not Escape from New York. Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China and Soldier, go.
Come on, that's easy. That's easy.
This one's easy.
Yes,
Big
that's
Trouble.
easy.
You fuck Big Trouble in Little China. You kill Soldier and you marry Tombstone.
Listen,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
fucking love Soldier.
I do too.
I love that movie.
I like the other two more.
Fuck. I'm definitely fucking Big Trouble in Little China. So give me some green-eyed ladies. Let's go. I'm going to marry. Yeah, I gotta marry Tombstone and I gotta kill Soldier. I love that movie so much.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah, same here, man. Same here.
I'm gonna
that's what
kill
you're
them
gonna do.
all.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kendo on this one. That was a good assessment.
We all went with me on that one.
Yeah. So there you go. Consensus here.
Yay.
TLJ Screwjob. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Sports mostly for Kendo. Hoosiers. Rudy. Miracle.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna fuck Hoosiers. I'm gonna marry Miracle because we beat them fucking commies, and I'm gonna kill Rudy because fuck Notre Dame. Yeah, it's a touching story, but fuck Notre Dame. Notre Dame football fans are the college football fan equivalent to the Dallas Cowboys fans.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Hey, did you watch that? Did you watch that 30 for 30 about the fucking game between was it Miami and
Yep.
Convicts versus criminals?
That's
Catholics
a
versus
great
convicts.
story.
Yeah.
Yep.
I listened to that on a flight not that long ago. Man, that was I was really into the 30 for 30s. Those are good shows.
They are very good.
Yep. Yep. One of the reasons why I have ESPN Plus, those 30 for
Same
30
here.
is so many good ones.
Yeah. Just every once in a while, it's like, man, I got nothing going on. Let's see what they got on 30 for 30. And hell, sometimes I watch ones I've already watched before, like the Bo Nose one, just because it's such a good fucking thing. The Four Falls of Buffalo, Jeff. If you've not watched that one, check that one out.
One's
That
great.
one's very good.
All right.
Once more into the fray.
Yeah.
The one dude was pretty interesting. The black guy who played for the Saints and then became like a drug addict and then like quit football and then kept
Ricky
coming
Williams.
back. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That was interesting too.
Good old Mike Ditka gave up his entire draft choices to get Ricky Williams.
The worst trade of all time.
Did that guy become a pastor or something after he did drugs?
I don't remember what
that's
happened to
me.
Ricky Williams.
Oh, okay.
He came back, had a great season, and then his ass retired.
Yeah. Dude just really likes smoking dope. Like a lot.
And, he had a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a rough life. So, thank you, Watchman of Yaw, for love in the background. TLJ Screwjob, I'll answer your question quickly, though. I will marry Miracle. Fuck Hoosiers and kill Rudy because I don't like Sean Astin in that movie. All right, TLJ Screwjob again. Thank you very much. But Dion, Admiral Dahl is a woman and she's from the EU, which means Tarkin can be gay in Disney canon. Fuck Disney.
I would not put it past them at all.
No.
Twitter said.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus. Here we go.
Oh
Fuck, Mary,
come
kill
on.
from Xavier to God. Unbreakable, Sin City, and Die Hard.
Oh.
God.
Fuck Sin City, Mary, Die Hard, Kill, Unbreakable.
Oh come on, Unbreakable is like the most underrated M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie ever.
I mean, I'll give you that. That's true. But Sin City's a better movie. Die Hard's a great movie.
That's 100% true.
Yeah, definitely Mary and Die Hard. Die Hard stand with me in the bed and the kids forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all agreeing on marrying Die Hard.
Yes, yeah, we're marrying.
For sure.
Fight you over it.
I love Sin City, but I think I'm gonna fuck Unbreakable and kill Sin City on this one.
I'm gonna go that way too because I like Unbreakable is so.
It's so
there are no special effects in the whole movie, and it's a superhero movie. I love it.
And then when he fucking finds the dude who's like a psycho killer and who killed their dad, and he's like torturing the kids or whatever, and he gets in a fight with them. Like that part gets me jacked every fucking time.
Well, no, and then the ending with Samuel L. Jackson where he goes into his back room and just like all of it comes together. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yep. He's like, you know what the kids call me? They call me Mr. Glass. I was like, God damn, you evil, fragile motherfucker.
Darkness.
Darkness.
Dude, this is difficult. I saw all three movies in the theater. My mom was pregnant when she saw Die Hard, so that counts, and I saw these other two as a kid. I'm going to go with marrying Die Hard because it's fucking Die Hard. This is hard because Unbreakable holds a very special place in my heart, but I'm going to go with Sin City as my fuck buddy. And then Unbreakable is going to be like the most difficult, painful kill ever because it's a good movie. It doesn't deserve to be killed. It's better than most of Shyamalan's filmography, so I'm sorry to see it go. Here we have another one, guys, from Jada Becca. Thank you very much. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Beverly Hills Cop trilogy, Back to the Future trilogy, Indiana Jones trilogy.
Well, are we just sticking with the idea that Indiana Jones is a trilogy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. All right. Well then,
what are you talking about, Kendo?
I'm just making sure because I do distinctly remember last week.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
There's some bad things that happened, but
I'm definitely fucking Beverly Hills Cop trilogy because I get Bridget marrying Indiana Jones, and this is the sad kill for me is killing the Back to the Future trilogy.
Yeah, I got to marry Indiana Jones because all three movies are good. Beverly Hills Cop, only two of them are good, and Back to the Future. The first one is the best. I mean, I love all three of them, but the first one is by far the best one, and you really didn't need the other two.
Yeah, I'm marrying Indiana Jones. I'm killing Back to the Future, and I'm fucking Beverly Hills Cop.
I will marry the Indiana Jones trilogy, fuck Beverly Hills Cop trilogy, and kill Back to the Future trilogy. It's Back to the Future 3 that's getting... Look, Back to the Future 3 is terrible, so is Beverly Hills Cop 3. Okay, let me rephrase it. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is terrible. Back to the Future 3, I just don't like it. And I love Beverly Hills Cop 2 almost as much as the first, but I don't love Back to the Future 2 anywhere as near as I love the first. So that's my reasoning.
Sound.
Yeah, very sound.
Goku McDuck, thank you very much. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Jim Cornette, Bruce Pritchard, Jim Ross.
Oh, okay. You got to kill Bruce Pritchard in this scenario because as good as Bruce was before he went back to work for the Fed and, sat on Vince's face and told him that he loved him, he still wasn't – there was still a lot of things where he would dodge and him and haw about because he didn't want to open up the Pandora's box too much because I guess he always hoped he'd go back, and he's a loyal bastard. You got to kill him. I would originally have gone with marry Corny and fuck JR, but as the older JR gets, the more cantankerous he gets. And the more and the fact that during AEW shows, he will just shit on what is happening in front of him because he knows that it's fucking bad at many times. So for that reasoning, and because I have to usually skip the first 35, 40 minutes of Cornette's podcast because I tune in to listen to wrestling, not him screaming about the news, I'm gonna fuck Cornette. I'm marrying Jim Ross, and I'm killing Bruce Pritchard.
Ooh, damn.
I know that one's hard because I fucking love me some Jim Cornette experience.
I'm definitely marrying JR. Yeah, man. I think I'm in the same boat. Marry JR, fuck Cornette, plus he'll give me a shot at his wife and kill Pritchard.
True.
Mm-hmm. I'll marry JR. Yeah, I'll go the same route because Pritchard's just not enjoyable anymore.
No.
So. All right. John Thomas, thank you very much. He says, yeah, no way Ruin Johnson read anything. Did y'all catch the Timothy Zahn interview on Midnight's Edge? Sin City also has Jessica Alba for the win.
That is a very, very
and
good
Rosario Dawson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jessica Alba, man. She's now, what, a billionaire because she owns her own business? Like the Good Something Company?
Yeah, she was making workout clubs, something like that, and then, they blew up, so.
And let's not forget that James Cameron is the one that really gave her to us, to the world, because his fucking Dark Angel show or whatever it was is what, put her on the cover of Maxim magazines.
Dude, I forgot about Dark Angel.
It's funny. I never watched Dark Angel. The movie I saw in was, Evil Hand or whatever the hell the thing was with Jason Sawa, where his hand is possessed or some shit like that.
Oh, the Idle Hands with Devon Sawa.
Idle Hands. Yeah. That was the thing. I remember seeing her in the commercial in her Halloween outfit, and I was like, I need to watch this movie right now.
I definitely remembered it very, very well. Adam Walford, thank you very much. Fuck, marry, kill, The Crow, Dark City, or Crow City of Angels. This is going to be easy, right?
Damn.
Oh.
Let's just marry the Crow, fuck Dark City, and kill City of Angels.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I'm gonna fuck the Crow because Bai Ling, marry Dark City, and definitely kill Crow City of Angels.
Well,
that works.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. Fuck, marry, kill, Eddie Murphy edition. Beverly Hills Cop, The Golden Child, or 48 Hours.
Oh,
I'm going to fuck 48 Hours. I'm going to marry Beverly Hills Cop. I'm going to kill the Golden Child.
see, I'm definitely marrying Beverly Hills Cop, but I'm for sure fucking Golden Child. And sadly, I got to kill 48 Hours as much as I love that movie.
I will marry Beverly Hills Cop. I will fuck 48 Hours, and I'll kill the Golden Child.
You're the best man in the world.
Yeah, I will marry Beverly Hills Cop, fuck 48 Hours, and kill Golden Child for sure. Yeah, because I love Golden Child. It is a good movie, but I watch 48 Hours way more than I do Golden Child. So
I just can't kill Golden Child. Want the knife?
You make me proud to be your friend.
Thank you.
Also, that guy was also evil in Last Action Hero. So
Yep. And Game of Thrones, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Charles Dance?
Yeah.
Yep. That dude's an
Dude,
awesome
he was.
villain.
I was watching For Your Eyes Only the other night. He's in there. That's one of his first roles. He's the side. He's one of the henchmen that chases James Bond down the ski slalom and like fucking body checks him.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was a small cameo, but he fought like it's not a blink and you miss it cameo either because he's also the henchman that follows Bond up in the elevator and he gets tons of like close up shots on his face. So
well, he looks
like,
evil as fuck.
He did.
Plus, I just love sweet brother Numsi. I stole it from my brother.
Oh God!
Fucking demon.
God damn it! Also him singing on the airplane with the headphones.
Yep. Yep. Is he a naked, short Asian man running around with $50?
So, guys, is there anything you'd like to say before we put this baby to bed?
Free yayo.
Fire spags.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick one of the buttons that we haven't picked yet before we go, and then I'll probably play one out. So, Dion, Kendo, Nick, name me a famous wrestler from the 1980s.
Macho Man.
Iron Sheik.
I got nothing.
You were supposed to say Hulk Hogan.
Wow, I need to go take a shower now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about taking roids.
I feel like I just watched a sex tape. What the hell happened?
There you go.
That's
You
pro
did.
wrestling for you.
Yeah.
Ask Linda Hogan.
Yeah. Or Bubba the Love Sponge.
Or his
Damn.
wife.
Damn.
All right. So, folks, we're going to get out of here. Yeah, go... What do you guys want to say before we go? Anything else? I know you said free AO, but...
Come back next time for some more awesome content.
New world order.
But nice.
Follow us on Twitch. We're gonna get back to streaming.
Yeah, what are you
we
what are
are.
you streaming? What are you gonna stream next, Dion?
We were thinking of doing. Oh my god, we were just fucking talking about this earlier today. I completely fucking forgot. Obviously, we finished The Quarry. We got the PlayStation Game Pass, so that back catalog. Fuck. Check. It'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise.
Dude, you know what you should do? You should do is you should download like one of those hunting or fishing games and then treat it like one of those documentaries, like where the guy's like, all right, so we're out here in the woods.
Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please do
that. Would be funny. Oh, Stray. We got Stray, so we were gonna keep
the cat game?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh, God.
You know what? What was it? The new Ghostbusters game comes out in October.
Nice. Yeah, I'm so pumped for that, dude. So pumped. Gonna be like, was it 4-on-1?
4-on-1. You can be the ghosts. You can be the Ghostbusters. It kind of reminds you of the kind of like the way Evil Dead works a little bit. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I can't fucking wait.
Well, there's 4 of us.
There is.
Let's go.
Look, it's going to be perfect. We're going to be doing more Wokebusters stuff. It'll line up with Ghostbusters stuff. It's going to be perfect. So, folks, Xavier to God has one more Fuck, Marry, Kill. This is a fun one. X-Men, X2, and Days of Future Past. Yeah, threw that fucking last one on there and made it hard. I thought you were going to go X3.
I did too. Fuck X-Men because of Mystique, marry X2, and I gotta kill Days of Future Past.
Fuck Days of Future Ass. Marry X2 and kill X-Men.
Shit. Marry X-Men. Fuck Days of Future Past and kill X2.
Damn.
I will marry Days of Future Past, fuck X2, and kill the first X-Men. For me, that's just 3 really good X-Men movies, and I'm just killing the one that I like the least, but I like them all. All right, folks. Well, go out into the world and be excellent to each other. If you go out to another stream, tell them WCBS sent you. But in the meantime, folks, be smart, be cool, be safe as always. But always be excellent to each other.
.com.
What happens to us in the future, Doc?
It's your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
What do you mean?
Your daughter marries a black man.